I haven't gone there since COVID, obviously.
Yeah,
I haven't been able to take advantage of living so closely to.
Yeah, I used to live on Rogers.
Yeah.
And then my sister lived on North Nantucket for a long time. Her house was easy to find. She had totem poles out front enough to go with a school bus all the time. So, if you're familiar with North Nantucket, the big blue school bus was my sister.
Shoot your own with the barbecue chips or wood next.
It smells so good.
Everybody have a
You get any cool paladin abilities at that level?
Every time I hit, I get an extra 1d8.
Did you multi-class?
Pure paladin. Because if I multi-class, I lose out on my archetype at level 20.
Oh, yeah.
I have a special level 20 thing that I can that is unique to each archetype of paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Like the vengeance archetype turns them into an archangel of vengeance.
Oh, cool.
paladins are
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, but they only get it at level 20, and if they multi-class even once, they don't have access.
Oh, yeah.
Did I ever tell you? Did I ever show you that Kickstarter?
What's that matter of that? I don't remember what.
Escape from Volcano
No.
Island.
No.
And it's a D&D. It's a guy I know wrote it. It's a 5e adventure, but it's for like high level D&D groups where you get dropped on this island and you fight like King Kong and
I mean, that's really cool.
just like basically
Giant ape.
He's like, I'm gonna find all the cool kaiju and find a way to write them into D&D. And
Yeah. That is fun.
I got a little carried away with glaze. I'll have to admit. Yeah.
There's no such thing. Okay.
Got a lot of rum in it.
Otherwise, it would just be cake,
That's true.
which is still good.
That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
not as good.
I remember reading about this when you told me
Yeah.
what character you were
That's
doing.
pretty overpowered, to be honest.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
What is level 20? So
halfway. Halfway.
I think the level 20 wizard ability is like, I think it's like a signature spell thing. It's cool, but it's not like game changing. It's kind of like, oh, I can pick like a spell and be able to cast it at will without using a spell slot or something weird like that. It's just kind of like cool, I guess.
one spell you're really good at or something?
Yeah.
Does it add like flair to it when you cast it?
Dudes run out with sparklers and
Question: do resistances?
Oh. So in the handbook they don't. I don't think.
Like, yeah, you can't be double resistant.
Well, I wasted a beat then.
Hmm?
At 15th level, I gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. But I already have that from Heavy Armor Master. So.
Ooh.
That makes your decision on.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
I tasted
No.
it wrong. Told you I got a little carried away. I was
Not to say yours isn't cool.
Yeah, yours is cool.
Made my mouth warm.
It's working. Okay. D&D. So, when did we last leave off? The group had finally defeated, or found anyway, and quickly but quick enough defeated the blue dragon Frithis, who had been hiding amongst the people in Karnath as Roland's childhood friend, Kaelin. As kind of the dust settles a little bit here, just in the moments afterwards, you all have been going through, finding some cash on the ground that was just left, as well as trying to carve up this dragon. Looking something here. Anyway, carving up the dragon, we had started it. And as things are quieting down here, as you're trying to, people are kind of edging out. After a few minutes, a good-sized squad of, it looks like, they're familiar enough, but Taldori military, which aren't native to these parts, but are around because the army is nearby. Come kind of rushing in, a little bit confused at first as they kind of slide to a stop. See you all, a couple of you like trying to use a large knife to cut open this dragon, and other things and just like give you an odd look. But I will let you. Who was really trying to get in this thing? Because there were two things. You were trying to get the heart, especially, right?
I was trying to get the heart and then the lightning sacks,
The
and then
fundamentum.
just kind of try to find whatever. Yeah, right.
My contract just fell out.
Oh no.
Sorry, I was trying to do this without grossing y'all out.
Oh, you just got like super emotion. It's like
Yeah.
it's a made up dragon. We're fine.
No.
Okay, you good?
Did
you
it get back
it
in? Yeah, I think I got it
Okay.
back in.
I was gonna say we can get our flashlights out.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to roll for? I'll let you roll one more time because we're kind of rushed at the end of last time. So
I'll help him.
okay,
Give him advantage.
Okay.
yeah, if you want to roll at advantage, just a second here because I made some notes about this.
This is medicine or nature.
That's what I need to look at. I say you can choose. Go ahead. I would have chosen medicine anyway.
17.
17. Okay.
There's a lot of blood.
There is a lot of blood.
And
And as you get it out, it almost seems to have. It seems still warm as you bring it out. But as you are bringing it out, it's like you kind of fumble it a little bit, and it kind of part of it tears. And as you lay it to the side, it seems that it has suddenly lost its warmth.
that was the heart.
That was the heart. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the gland, the fundamentum. Who wants to roll? I mean, it can be you as well.
The experts.
I don't want to be hogging things. But
What kind of roll is it?
yeah, you said medicine,
Medicine
or
or
nature.
Well, and no, for this, it actually won't be.
Okay.
As
well,
it is the magical, the really magical part of the dragon here. It is an Arcana check.
it's actually a stealth roll. Especially a stealth.
No, it's an Arcana check for this one.
I know some magics.
I'll help whoever's rolling.
I will.
All right.
Can I bless him?
You can if you're near enough. I mean,
Now I'm standing right there.
yeah, exactly.
You get an extra D4
Bless.
on top of. Or will that negate the advantage I'm helping him? Or okay, so you get advantage and a D4.
She tried to give you 2. All right.
So do I roll the D4 with each of my D20s?
You need some.
That's a 26 Arcana.
Check my table. $26.
Is there just one of them, or is
Yeah.
there a pair?
It is one. There's one kind of sack near the back of the head, you know,
Yeah.
where it connects to the
I
neck.
didn't know if they were like if it was like a one-piece gland or if
Yeah.
like two of them.
I mean, there's kind of it. There are two things that come off of it, kind of where you might expect it to arc almost. And as you bring it out, there is a little bit of between
Two
the-
like little defibrillator.
But it comes. They both come back kind of like little horns into a larger gland, about the size, a little bigger than your head. And you can definitely feel like it's almost still thrumming with power, and you do get it out, and it is, yeah, still working. You could do a lot of things with this, including just throw it at somebody if you want. In which case, it would have the same basic effect within 15 feet and cause an explosion.
Aha! I've got one too.
Also,
Yeah.
be careful with that thing.
Do you have any plans for yours?
My, what's it called?
Fundamental.
Fundamentum?
Yeah.
I mean, I got some ideas, but didn't really plan on having it. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to do some research to see what I can
Is
do.
it
with it.
platinum 10 gold or 100?
Handle. Yeah. It's we keep the 10 like 10 copper to silver, silver,
Yeah.
10 silver to
Hmm?
gold,
Yeah, why?
20 gold. So.
I got fun to
In
do
this
this.
world.
Awesome.
Put it on your
So everything else in regards is kind of like
Power
lesser
of devices.
because it's
Minuscule lightning.
Yeah, I mean, because these are like it depends on what you're if you're looking to sell stuff or if you're
Actually,
I was just kind of trying to get a
Good
thought
power.
of like the economy
child.
for a sense.
Give
Like
it a
if
real
you're doing
hug.
10, multiples of 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 across,
Yeah.
Oh dear.
would that kind of lower the overall price?
Migrate this
of Other
from.
things
I'm wondering if I
down
can incorporate
since
it
it's-
into a suit of
Yeah,
armor and make some type of like.
I mean-
lightning armor, like arcing.
or is it
kind of.
generally about the same?
it's generally going to be about the
I
same.
like this idea.
You have to roll every round to see if it
Yeah.
marks out
Yeah,
somebody.
It kind of compresses.
I mean, metal child's already.
By demon.
Family goes
Can I
and
take
give
a
it.
clock?
What?
One of those.
Well, I mean that's easy enough. I mean
I
with
just want chop.
We also have a
with the
scroll,
rolls y'all had, with helping,
a scroll,
everything else
and
comes
some
off. pretty
soul
easy.
gems.
Yeah, I just want to one of the feet
Um,
on top of the scales.
Those bombs off
Like
those
I take one of the scales and I put it in my little holder.
Well,
And
we
then
might
I
need
like
to use them to
pocket
get rid of the
a crap
zombies
ton of others.
before they turn on us.
Oh, good
okay.
point.
Like I imagine I've got like a big old little
Already
sack
turned
full
on.
of scales now.
I mean, and they are pretty
It's getting
I mean,
close.
half of them.
valuable.
Getting
As it were.
Let's get his steak. and-
Basically, I'm just grabbing as many
Grab
scales
the
as I can
tank,
hold
they
and
can go
the
too far.
one of the feet. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, like 20.
So, in getting stuff from the dragon, I mean, this is an adult-sized dragon. Y'all rolled pretty okay. So you're in the money, I guess. You got a lot of it again.
Does
Yeah.
anybody have any say or interest in the heart?
I just wanted to chop my head off.
The head is still
Do
there.
that.
You can go for it. Go
Okay,
crazy.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, go ahead and just
Help you.
Make a what?
make an attack at it. At advantage, because it's prone.
Okay.
Because it's not done.
Good. Okay, let's listen. 21.
I mean, and it's auto crit because it's dead.
Yay!
Not so big now, are you? Get guy.
I didn't want you to roll. So go ahead and roll your damage dice and double it.
Yeah. So I got 12. Yes. Plus double that.
36.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, you're able to in just a couple hits like that.
Yay.
Just because it's not moving, you're taking some of the scales off as well, and so you're able to get through. You have I mean, it's
How big the head?
the head is just almost as tall as you are if it was stood on its snout to like. And so it's a pretty good.
But
Like it was on the smaller side of an adult dragon, but it was still an adult dragon.
Okay.
Make a really weird bet.
Just like
If nobody wants or has any interest in the heart, I'm gonna immolate it and say a short prayer to the sun god as an offering, and then I think I'm going to try to get some dragon meat and make some jerky.
okay. As you all are doing this, several people there's a crowd kind of forming around the edges. Obviously, there's the dragon that just attacked, and several people are kind of coming forward a little bit more. At one point, though, Roland, you see your parents, your father first, of course, as always.
Yeah.
Because he's the louder one. Just kind of push through the crowd that's been forming, and comes forward and says, "What? We just woke up, and what is happening?"
To me, like there's a blue dragon in your courtyard.
Well, yes. Please explain. It just barely clenched teeth at this point. Just eyes kind of darting around. You've seen this before. He's very angry.
Well, Mutar, would you like to field this question? about what happened to y'all and where Kaylin is. And incidentally, Dad, it could be worse.
Mutara is standing nearby, kind of watching you, resting on its axe a bit. Still at 1 hit point.
Yeah, we got
Just like
You're welcome.
splashed and bloody all over.
He owes me a
Like,
life hit.
No, it's fairly hazy for me as well. I don't know. Why are you asking? And he kind of sits down.
Well, let's put it this way, Dad. Since I've left our father, I've been a bit busy. We're out visiting my friends. We're trying to save the world from the chained oblivion. It involved killing the dragon. The dragon hoaxed you, and we're busy. Would you like to ask any other questions?
You should tell him the dragon was here when we got there.
Oh, yes,
Not
the
bring
dragon. Yes, no, we did not bring the dragon. The dragon had y'all all enchanted and was acting as Kaylin. And, we managed to get all the way in here and kill it before any of y'all knew anything about it.
He's just watching, eyes like veins sticking out in his forehead, eyes wide.
Uh-huh.
Just a few deep breaths. That's well. Thank you.
You're welcome. Where's Kaylin? Do you have any idea?
Assume she's somewhere here.
You're slipping, Dad.
We need to have a talk. You still need to start taking on some responsibilities here, and
Dad, I'm busy with the chained oblivion. Were you not listening to what I said?
My God.
the family business more important. Let's be honest.
Not if the chained oblivion takes over.
I'm pretty sure there are more capable people for that.
No, I'm very capable, thank you. I don't see you killing the blue dragon. I don't see you going to the underworld and taking on a what do you call this thing? Yeah, a brawl, a beholder. What else have we done?
There was 2 other dragons.
Yes, 2 other
There were
dragons.
2 other dragons.
Don't confess to
Don't,
everything.
No, but I'd like to see.
let's not talk about what we did with those 2 other dragons.
No, we're not.
There
We're not
were
talking-
2 other dragons.
There are some other things we're
There's
not
3
bringing
other
up.
dragons. There's a green dragon.
So, considering that you've been enchanted for the last time, I don't really think, and we broke that enchantment, I don't really think you can say there are people more capable.
Make a persuasion or intimidation check, your choice.
All right. So I had to kind of out
And
there. I
I
got to
stand
put my.
behind her and
Yeah, please
assist her
do.
with
I'm gonna do persuasion.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, if you're coming alongside.
Yeah, you just stand next to her and I
Just
drag
drag
the head.
Yeah, drag the dragon's head.
You're Elven, correct?
Dragging the dragon.
20.
I think she's.
Not a natural 20, but 20.
Okay, and was that an advantage?
No.
Oh, it's your roll.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, that's even better. 24.
Veins still sticking out in his forehead, just face for a very pale elf, or as red as you've ever seen him.
Mhm.
Takes 1 deep breath and out his nose and says, "Softly," and turns around and kind of storms as much as he can right now. Storms out through the crowd.
Is this town mostly Elven?
It is.
I mean, it's a good amount Elven, less so than Singorn, the capital city was, but still, it's within the outskirts of the forest along the beach here. So it's mostly Elven with a little bit of scattering of other races.
And the enchantment ended when we killed the Greg.
It seems to have everybody, like, some people are holding their heads. The people you talked to so far obviously are slightly confused, but yeah.
I just wish you never know the people that did control 2 zombies and stuff.
Oh yes,
Oh,
who are
yeah.
as the crowd is gathered around, they're staying away from the large. Like there are several zombies within the horde of zombies that are constantly trying to strain against the
more zombies than we
chains that
remember.
they're.
Do you want to smite them now?
Oh, I would love to.
That'd be a good time.
Okay.
I don't know what to do
come
with it.
around.
Wait a minute.
At least you can kill mine, because
If
I don't
we're all
have to
chained
control it.
together, I'm just gonna get with my mace and just go down the line.
Like some of them are just standing there because they're under control, but as you walk down with your mace, just
You don't belong here.
Yeah, at least
Go back.
I can't speak for
You are an
his, but
abomination.
you can kill mine. 'Cause
Thank you. I really.
I don't have
appreciate
control
that.
over them.
Yeah. You can just take them out
Yeah,
in one swat.
We're just going.
Okay, I tell them all to face the other way, and to
And look at the
look at the
sunset.
rabbits. Yeah.
as the sun comes up.
I start tell them.
You're on the west
I
coast.
tell them
so
about
that's-
where the rabbits are and the fields, and they just hop and hop and hop.
The bomb
No.
pop off first week.
Yes.
I mean, so we can reuse
Elven's
the
normal
bomb.
resilient.
Oh, I don't know.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
some of them are like
they're-
holding on to
It's
big
well
barrel
known enough
bombs.
that they're hard to
They're
charm.
volatile
And
though, right?
impossible
So
to
if
put to
we
sleep.
take them off,
So-
then we have to worry about.
Yeah, I just hate to lose a good bomb.
Yeah,
Roll.
I tell them to set their bombs
Roll.
down in the corner.
How is it that this dragon was able to charm so many elven folk that are more
Well,
resistant?
didn't you find an item? Did you find an item or two?
I mean,
Even so,
I got
there's
this
something
cloak
more
and
to
this
this
amulet.
for maybe somebody
Okay,
forgot.
so you need to cast identify.
Funny military. They had this repressed party urge that got to come out.
Alright.
They really wanted to be charmed all along.
Yeah. You know, you gotta
Identifying
fight
those
for your
things.
right to party.
Chomp, you find these two. Could you hand these to Chomp? This is what you find identifying those
Did you
two.
buy that?
cool. Totally allows you to charm elves and such. Well, okay.
No, it's just
No, it's the thing.
every.
Only elves. That's just one drawback.
Hey guys, I figured out what these things are. Got my amulet of proof against detection and location, explaining why all of our attempts to locate this dragon guy were futile. While wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. You can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors. And then the wings of flying dragon. Long leather cloak decorated with multi-jointed wing patterns along the shoulders and back, each segment carved from the bones of a dragon. While wearing this cloak, you can use an action to speak its command word. This turns the cloak into a pair of draconic wings on your back for 1 hour or until you repeat the command word as an action. The wings give you a flying speed of 60 feet. When they disappear, you can't use them again for 1d12 hours.
Those are really
Cool.
cool. But I don't feel like that maybe answers. I think we all kind of expected the amulet to have something to do, like a focus, like you were.
Like a super charming amulet.
Where's Galen's room? We should maybe check there
Yeah, I think
first.
we should.
The Frithis was probably there to like keep up
Um,
appearances.
Yeah.
While they do that, can I go check out that location that had the symbol?
Yes,
Doors a symbol?
Yeah.
you didn't. You didn't hear
That was very bashful, in a very endearing way, but I don't trust it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Notes.
He's gonna go look for
There we
that
go.
thing.
I was about to say, I gotta go find him wherever he's at. He's all gnawing on some dock workers or something.
Some item
Yeah,
force. He's
no.
just, "Ah."
Stay. Really burned, crispy looking gnome. Just. You could take a look for him too. So who is
It's not
going?
my problem anymore.
Who's going to look at Roland's quarters? Because you're just going off alone for this other part, yes.
I am, of course. Yeah.
All right, so everybody else want to follow Roland?
That's a good place to start. Yeah, because I am kind of wondering, like,
And as you all start kind of moving off to do things, a couple people in Taldore, Taldore military uniform, but robes, walk up and specifically ask you if they can go through the dragon looking for parts, reagents that might be good for things. They will, of course, pay you if they find any.
We would always use them on.
no.
Does somebody want to stay with them and make sure?
I'll stay with them. Maybe the presence of a religious figure would keep them honest. Yeah, I'll stay with
We
them.
don't like necessarily distrust them, but like,
Well, I mean,
Guy.
you don't want to tempt people to set the dragon course that they can go through.
Yeah,
Nail it,
yeah.
nail it.
Yeah,
I
like,
know
hey,
what I
can we
do
go
very
through all
well.
your stuff and we'll pay you for whatever we take?
control myself.
Yeah, but I'll watch you do that.
Yeah, we only found one of these. Meanwhile, they got 10 of them in their bag.
Yeah.
Gosh, there was only like an ounce of blood in that thing, so
Speaking of blood, I did take a couple of miles.
I'm gonna make my jerky, so I'll just stay there.
No, okay, okay.
Fair enough. There is quite a bit of meat there.
We'll
It's
make
gonna
a
take
lot
some
of
time to
jerky.
make jerky though.
Not when you have sacred flame.
Just put it
That's
the
more,
right.
that's more crispy than.
It's
jerky.
very.
Or
Use it as communion too.
or maybe if somebody knows control water, you just like
Just
take all of the water out of the meat.
I can
That
do
would work.
create food in water. I wonder if I can like pass that.
There is a
He's out of
control
line, but
water
he ain't wrong.
spell.
those minions.
I'll stay there with them.
It's like, that kind of sets a precedent. If you can just dehydrate meat, what's stopping you from just sucking all the water out of a person?
Yeah.
I was just thinking that's a good idea.
Instant mummification.
Okay.
Say active water transport in a living being keeps that food. It can't. The control the dehydrate spell doesn't work any faster than a living cell's osmotic balancing. Yeah.
Anyway,
This is the battle of wills.
the other four of you, moving off. Roland, you knew, and asked a few questions. You find that Kalen's quarters were where you thought they were. They have been expanded a bit as the entire keep is slowly expanded. They blew out a wall and took over a whole other chambers because she's gotten a lot of more responsibility in the last few years. Walking in, you see a fairly nicely decorated multi-room chamber. You walk into a sitting room, and then there's seems to be a bedroom off to the side, another room you're not sure what it's for off to another side. This place filled with robes, dresses, coats, a couple of riding suits, I guess you could call them. Yes. Before I continue this, though, Prom, are you still wearing your amulet of...
Doors?
Yep. Because as you walk in,
Ooh.
it starts tingling a little bit like a vibrate. You can almost... You haven't felt it do this in a while, but it's just suddenly... Just a little bit. So somewhere in this room, or nearby anyway, it's a hidden door.
Okay. I'll try to like step left and right to see if it buzzes more. See if I can feel which direction to go.
So going to the left towards the bedchamber, it lessens.
Okay.
Heading towards the right as you're oriented coming to the door, it increases gradually as you get towards this other room. And opening up the door, you find that there's a large bathing room there. Stone-lined pool. There's water in it, not mixed, but steam kind of rising off of it. It seems that it's always kept hot. And or alcoves and other small closet and things in here. Pretty nice looking place. But as you get in here, your amulet definitely starts vibrating quite a bit. Somewhere in this room.
Okay. So I tell everybody there's good hiding spot here in the passage. I think it's gotta be a door. So I guess I'll start poking things.
Or should we just
I'm just gonna start poking things.
start swimming? Kind of want to just like relax in here for a while.
No, we need to find
Okay.
it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I start putting my armor back on.
Okay. Poking around a little bit for a minute. Roll an investigation check. Since you're leading it up.
Oops. Alright, so let's get it. 13.
Roger.
13.
Okay. It takes a couple minutes. Kind of poking around, going to the little closet, going over to the sink. But slowly, as you're going around the room back and forth, and everybody else is kind of looking around too, you get the feeling that every time you get closer to the pool, it gets slightly like more vibrating.
You gotta go swimming.
Now he's huffing and puffing.
I'm trying to take his armor off again.
I
You
am
want
gonna
it?
take a crack.
Everybody turns around. I'm already naked.
Magic. The armor was an illusion the whole time.
So it's a pool?
Like it's obviously meant for bathing. It's not like you can't swim in it, but it's a good 7-8 feet across. At its deepest point, maybe 5 feet deep.
Oh, that's a swimming pool to chomp.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, it's swimming to a chump, but to a fairly
I cast water.
statuesque elf. This was a place where she could walk in down these steps, up to neck
It's already installed.
depth and just have a nice relaxing time in this nice deep hot pool.
Okay. I'll go in there.
Because the last
Hey,
time
maybe
you
that's
went
what
to the
triggers
pool
it,
with
right?
soap.
I mean, ducking your head under, looking around underneath, make a perception check, see what you see.
You only have so many arms, dude.
Unless anybody else wants to.
Oh no!
Chomp, are you gonna go in with her?
Oh no! Yeah, I'm
I'll be
definitely
up in a
wading
minute.
down in there, just like it's been a long day.
3 steps down and you're just floating.
Yeah.
He's got like some lavender petals he's throwing out. Some
Epsom salt,
candles.
Did you just roll up and drown?
I just roll a 1.
You don't see anything. But
Plus
Chomp,
6.
Chomp, do you want to roll as well, or?
Yeah.
Spot to hold your eyes closed, catching your nose.
What are we investigating?
Yeah, what is
If I could roll, I'll roll, but I ain't getting it.
What kind of
I mean, you'll roll a disadvantage then. It is underwater if you're looking at the bottom.
what is it? Investigation? Insight or-
Just perception right now. Just
Perception.
to see what you see, kind of ducking your head under. Same with your
Yeah,
rolling if you
okay.
want to.
Guess we know what's in there.
I know what's in there. Water.
13.
Like maybe the it's
yeah, I
the
only
one
got
hiding
12.
it.
I mean, looking around, like, it's tough. It is clear water. When you're ducking your head down, all you see is well-joined stone that kind of curves up, and on one side has the stairs that go up. And it looks like there's something that looks like a small drain pipe on one end. That's maybe 4 inches in diameter. Otherwise, you don't. And there is above water a small kind of little waterfall of hot water that's coming in. You don't see anything. Like there's no obvious opening to go through or something there.
Is there a faucet we can turn the water off? Or we can pull the drain? I'll pull the drain.
I mean, it's just a pipe. It's
No,
not.
it's
It
a
doesn't
pipe.
have like
Oh,
a
this
thing
is
on it.
not
Like
right.
it's something is recirculating water through here.
Mm.
Somebody get in there.
But where the little, you notice that where the little waterfall is coming in, there's like 2 different like cherubs that are back to back, and some water is coming out of big little trumpets that are. Yeah. You said you smashed them.
Yes.
Make an attack against this stone statue.
Yeah, I'm close.
25.
That'll hit. Yeah, roll for damage.
Are you just smashing? I guess you're hitting one of them at this point.
Yeah, I just want
Kill one, the other one will tell you the secrets.
One of them always lies.
12 plus 6.
So do all of you come out of the water, or just Crom kind of come out of the water and just?
I mean, I guess I was, swimming around, like looking under the water
Okay.
and
I'm
stuff.
getting frustrated.
And you just did this
I'm
without
really
saying anything,
frustrated.
so
As you come up and
I've
come
never
across,
seen this
you
here.
take out both cherubs at once. As you do,
Sorry.
the left side one seems to tilt back suddenly, like what's left of it, as you take off the heads of these things, basically. Tilts back. Water still kind of spurting out of both of them. It tilts back at an odd angle, and you hear this loud, kind of resonating chunk. As suddenly the water stops pouring out, you notice the water level start to noticeably drop.
I found the faucet in the drain, you guys.
And as does if you duck your head under, and you would see Chomp's bare bottom and the stone, the joined stone underneath has started to separate, and the water. It's only started to do it slowly, but the water is coming out pretty quickly down into whatever crack this is.
Oh, I swim towards the steps.
My dad's already mad at us. I don't think water damage is going to be a great idea.
I already did it.
Swim, Chomp, swim.
Yeah, it's a
Whirlpool.
As you
I'll
swim,
go towards it, whatever the opening is.
I mean, it just as you kind of swim towards it, because it's in the whole bottom kind of floor of this thing has started to slowly separate. As you swim towards it, you find that as you around the time, it doesn't take long for your feet to hit the bottom, because it's. I mean, you're just waiting in here,
Okay.
like the water is down already to your waist and is going further and further down. Within a minute, the water still coming in is still pouring into this crack, but the crack is now shoulder width, and you can see that there are stairs going down with
Bye.
water flowing down them now into
Bye.
something.
We've got some exploring to do. Y'all want to go?
Yeah.
Are we gonna let Ezekiel know?
In the meantime,
you never
though,
got a ring, did you?
No.
Mhm.
I'm boring several soldiers with our jerky recipes.
Mm.
The secret to good jerky. Okay.
We'll leave you a
Fire
note.
with their
We're gonna
mouth.
leave him a
You
note.
can make
Yeah.
teriyaki jerky. You can make pepper jerky.
The note just says this: went down hole in hole. What?
Went down hole and pool.
so as it opens up, going down to the darkness, I'm gonna switch over real quick to our friend Gundar. Gundar, making your way out of the heap back along the road, along the side of the wide bay. Within 20 minutes or so, you come into the outskirts of what's really the town, and then into downtown, and then into the shop that you saw, small symbol carved into the side of their sign out front. It looks like it's an accountant. At this time of night, they seem to be. The windows are dark. The door locked. However, you do notice lights in the windows of the second story above.
I just start banging on the door.
Okay. Knocking and knocking. It takes a minute or two, but eventually you hear this steps getting slowly louder as if they're coming down some stairs. And you hear chain rattle, and then a bolt come out, and then a lock turn, and then another bolt come out. Door. Just a little bit comes open, and you see a pair of eyes. On my nose. Okay. And you see what looks like probably an elven gentleman. Silver hair, although it doesn't look old. It just seems to be peering out and says, "Yes, what can I do for you?"
Trying to think how I want to word it without giving too much away.
That's you.
I guess you're towards the symbol on the sign, and I respond with a hand gesture that should be sufficient.
Okay. His eyebrows, first one goes up and then the other. Yes. And you see one finger come up and the door closes. You hear another chain rattle and then the door comes open and he gestures in. Please. What seems to be your business? And he closes the door after you if you're coming in.
I'm looking for more of our
Just gonna
people.
help there.
I've been traveling for quite a ways and haven't come across any friendly faces.
He kind of smiles, like half, and says, "Well, you really wouldn't. Not many of those anywhere this far north are going to be our people. Further south, You understand. However, no, there's something going off. The few reports I've had coming through them.
I tell him about the dragon, and I kind of strap the claw to my back.
I mean, it's good
and I
size.
kind of motion towards it that problem's dealt with.
That makes sense. Right. Just so you know, I mean, well, I have been, of course, faithful. Some have not been, from what I've heard, especially some of the higher ups. It makes me worried. How long have you been a follower?
For quite some time now.
Just so you know, should you head south, there's stagnation in the leadership.
Can you give me names, and I'll make sure that is rectified.
I mean, with names, and you might understand why. Even in companies as one such as yourself,
I can try something with him.
Okay.
So I start taking my armor off, basically just my top armor, and I kind of open my tunic up to him, and over my left breast is kind of like a, not scarification, but definitely like a iron, like I've been branded, with the symbol,
Yes.
and as well as I'm heavily scarred.
Notes here. Okay.
And I basically tell him if this doesn't prove my loyalty to,
Make a persuasion check. With that, I'll say at advantage for this, because that's... Yeah.
Andrew, secrets don't make friends.
I'm not here to make friends.
Nobody in this group has secrets. I don't know what you're talking about. You all know everything about each other.
You said persuasion? You said persuasion?
Yes.
25.
Yeah, okay.
25. Okay.
I rolled a 19 and a 1.
Yes.
Glad it was at advantage.
His eyes shoot, his eyebrows just shoot up and his eyes go wide. And he says, "Oh, in that case, look to the advisor, Shinobu. That's all I will say. Nobody else gets to write that down."
Shinobu?
Yes.
Is he in the city or is he like further south of the city?
I mean,
When he was mentioning south,
when
did
he was mentioning south, you knew what he meant, and it's. I'll explain later.
Okay.
It's not going to come up this, but
Yeah.
I'll text you. Anyway. Okay.
And I want him to send a message to back home. Yeah. Which I can go over that later too.
Okay. Yeah, we can go back real quick. Okay. There's reasons.
Raisins?
Yes, because of reasons.
Gonna write that down.
What the reason should do with Snow?
All right. So, is that all you wanted to do there?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. So you would head back to the keep.
Is it still night or is it starting to get early morning? What?
I mean, it's at this point. Let's see. The ball was happening before you cornered the dragon. The ball was happening maybe at 9, 10 at night. It didn't take long to the actual fight to happen, but going through.
So it would
Make
still
it
be late.
there. Happening. It's before midnight still.
Okay. Well, in that case, because I didn't know what time it was, can I leave the dragon claw with him, with instructions to get it fashioned into a weapon suitable for what we do?
Yes, I mean you're high enough ranking. You could give orders like that. So yeah. Yeah, and he.
That kind of
nods,
saves me a
takes
trip.
Yeah. All right. Is that it then?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I was gonna go to a blacksmith, but it's all closed, so
No, because,
I'll
yeah.
have him do it.
With that persuasion roll and yeah. Okay. Back to dragon.
How's that jerky coming?
Zippel still
I'm
explaining
pleased with it.
the finer nuances of making jerky to the Caldori arcanists that are.
Some people like
slowly
the wet
taking
rub.
part.
The wet rub is pointless. All you're doing is adding moisture back to the meat. It defeats the whole purpose.
But what about
No.
what about brining?
No, because again, it's still liquid. It's going to take twice as long for this thing.
And with that interlude, we'll go back to here. Going back to the chambers.
That's
Then.
juicy roleplay.
That's right. Moving
We
on.
should just roll in half of all these tunnels. I mean, he grew up around this place. He knew
I
there were
mean-
tunnels.
With this was a tunnel that you were not aware of. It's obviously been here for a long time. As you remember this chamber, this original chamber was in chamber next to Kaylin's. But you had been into it a couple times and you had never heard anything about this.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a darkened stairway leading down into, you're not sure what, water flowing down it, hot water flowing down it as it goes down. Kind of creating this kind of steam that comes up out of the
He'd be perfect in this.
opening.
If I was only there, I'd love it.
DPO would love this place.
I mean, you can run back and get him. It's up to you.
I run back and get him. You're the fastest. No.
Nose goes.
He might be the slowest because he'd have to get dressed.
Probably more.
Lean out a window.
Okay, I'll run down and get him.
Well, Crown.
Hey, come to the secret passage with us.
Okay.
I'm not so secret.
Hey, none of you. All right, we'll pick this back up in the morning. Get out of here, you crazy people.
They kind of look at each other.
Go. It will be here in the morning. Where do you think it's going to go?
Was it they get stuff so they get
I mean, they've gotten quite a bit out of it at this point. As you've been looking for about a half an hour.
Okay,
but there's
settle up
still-
and then be calm.
Just for the sake of this, we're gonna settle up. Okay. Because they will pay you. There's about. Not that y'all needed more money, but about 3,000 gold in scales. Both wings were intact, so 2,000 for the wings. About 1,300 gold in bone. And there's one large horn that came off that was on the skull. Depending on if you want to give that to them, because I know you took the skull off, would be another 2,000 gold.
I'll give it to him.
All right.
Thinking I've got.
As you're dragging the whole skull with you, the whole head with you behind you. I mean, you can do that. You can move things a
Yeah.
lot more than you're.
So 8,300.
You said how much?
And then
for
there's the
horn?
blood. Oh gosh. They got 40 liters of blood out of it intact, and 80 gold per liter. If somebody wants to do the math for that, what's 40 times 80? Maths, please, math.
1,200.
It's 4 times 8, like 32. So you just
Yeah, it's
string a whole
32
lot
hundred.
of.
40.
I'm thinking plus.
Yeah, I was just stringing
Yeah,
a
so
lot of
that's another
zeros after
3,200.
it.
Okay,
So that's
I'm not keeping track.
11,500.
I mean, we did have a lot of gold from way back when, but
Do
I'm
we
Yeah,
want-
this-
I'm always thinking like one
So
day we're
they
gonna
gave
make like a
him
big
the
huge
money, right?
purchase, and like
Yeah.
we'll have
I
like
mean,
a
what they
fortress
gave
for the
him
team.
Oh,
was
was
and like
oh, okay.
ridiculous.
what they gave you
A sweet cart.
was a
Maybe we could have a
not a promissory note, but a
Global.
commissary note.
magical.
As
Better than-
this is the Taldori military, and if you
Better
want
than a
to
little-
turn it in, you will have to find a Taldori, either field headquarters or go back to Amman.
I have to be honest, guys. I don't know. I don't know about this little piece of paper.
But, like, we're good for it. We promise. We are
I would
the
like
Caldori Republic.
Crom, how good are you with the money? What does this little piece of paper mean? Okay, so you just.
It's fine.
Are you sure?
You've probably seen the rest of the party have like promissory
Yeah,
notes.
Yeah, I've got
one
one.
before
I've got one for
something.
that fight we were in.
Okay, but look,
You should carry it, not me.
you, the man who handed it to me. Okay, if this is a bust, I come for you. Okay,
Yeah. Remember his face.
you see the dragon? Okay, same thing.
He just kind of looks at the others and is like,
Get out of here, you crazy people.
You
Okay.
might not get as much for your
So-
parts.
did everybody write down what that was? Because I'm
Yep.
not going to remember.
Okay.
That's 11,500.
7 million gold.
Sounds right.
Y'all are
What I
millionaires. You
remember.
could retire now, should you want to not save the world. Just letting you know. Or, do other stuff. I don't know.
Save the
I
world.
think killing dragons might be more lucrative than saving the world.
Yeah,
we could live it up.
Yeah.
We kill enough dragons, we are saving some
I
aspect.
mean, we're completing 2 birds with 1 stone, right?
This is true.
Contributing to the extinction of a species.
Yeah, but the bad guys.
But they're bad species.
The evil
right?
ones.
But they keep things in balance. I mean, you can't be that picky.
The world would be overrun with sheep if it wasn't for all these dragons.
Oh no, the dreaded. Anyway, you said
Or
they were
evil.
evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, see you tomorrow, you crazy guys.
Bye.
Maybe I'll come to the secret tunnels.
Yay.
Oh, it's beautiful in here. It's so nice.
I assume it's really dark now.
I mean, as the rest of you, and as you are heading out, sake of just narrative, because it's been a while, Gundar comes through the gate, just like, hey, what's going on?
Gundar, we have a lot of money now, and there's a secret tunnel.
I'm in.
Okay, let's go.
I like tunnels.
That's true. Coming into this, seeing that there's like what looked like it had been a bath, with now water going down these stairs through what looks like an opening that has opened in the bath. Who's going down first?
I will. It's my house. My friend. Why not?
All right, Roland, you are going down first. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
I know some of you do, but not all of you do. So I would. Okay. Heading down. Make a perception check. You all are following Roland down into the what?
19.
All right. The stairs continue down for a good 20 feet before they turn right and then quickly left again, going down another 20 feet, and then this happens over about 4 or 5, say 5 times. So you get down quite a ways below the level, because you know that the keep is up on the cliffs above the ocean here, as it comes up to the city of Karnath. And there's, of course, in the midst of the cliffs, there's that collapsed section where the entrance to the harbor is. But you are quite a ways, about a quarter mile north of that. So you're somewhere at this point, still probably above sea level, but getting closer to sea level in the in the volcanic rock that this passage is seemingly been carved out of. And as you get more than about 10 feet below the room, as it was on ground level, you find that it switches from this nicely worked and joined stone to this carved out of basalt rock.
Ooh, my favorite.
Yes, it's the smell changes and it's got a nice flavor.
You do you.
I'm a dwarf.
Slightly irony, but not too much. And as you get down further and further, the water at some points kind of flows off into different small, it looks like, openings in the rock, which look naturally occurring, although they've been carved into. By the time you get down to the 5th level below, there's no more water on the stairs. And you come out into a good-sized, what looks like it was probably a tunnel carved into a, not small anyway, cavern, maybe 50 feet across, or roughly 60 or 70 feet long. A little bit rougher in the walls here as it's naturally occurring. Maybe it was caused by a lava bubble or something like that. And you see there are several things kind of piled in a jumble amongst some stones nearish to the center of this room.
And Roland is now in a serious crisis. Does he look for Kaelin, his best friend, or does he loot and pillage the Dragon Slayer?
I mean, yeah, you're not sure that's what this is yet. Make an investigation check real quick. As long as you're pushing forward into the room.
13.
Okay, 13.
Are we going to follow Roland? Because he's been down there for a little bit now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought
I
we
thought
were
y'all were all-
I thought you were all following.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
didn't know.
It didn't.
It-
It wasn't said. Yeah.
It felt kind of open ended, so I just.
I mean, who's going next? Who's
mean-
going last?
I'll go second.
I'll go third.
Go in the middle. So
And you're so busy looking at the rocks, you're bringing up the rear. Right?
Just a streak of damp head height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not looking at the whole thing. Like every time I see a change, I'm like, that's how I like
I like the.
determine what kind of rocks they are.
I had
Oh,
a
oh.
friend played a gully dwarf. All he could do is metal detect.
What was the
Can
guy?
it make sense?
The guy from
Yukon Cornelius.
Yukon. All I could think was Yukon. I was like Yukon.
Or from
Somebody-
from the Artemis Fowl book series, the dwarf
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
he
yeah,
like
Yeah.
licks a rock and the beard like
Uh-huh.
moves and grabs it and like, yes, this is this kind of rock.
The dwarves in that book are really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Cornelius.
I was thinking you take out your rock hammer and you're like tapping it and licking the hammer.
Because he was
Yeah, he was
like they
Oh yeah, from Atlantis.
from
from
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh.
The Rankin Bass.
It wasn't the Rangamet, it's the claymation one. And they animated that tongue way too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was like,
Do the detail on this tongue.
"This is it. I gotta get my name out there somehow."
I gotta throw this out there. I read this book one time and they had like these. There was like a section of like humanity got separated and they lived underground and it was very much survival. Like you get old, you become food for everybody, kind of thing.
Oh Lord.
Well, they had a method of tracking by eating or tasting the dead people, so they would know because they knew the whole underground, so they knew where certain food sources were, and they could taste those and they could track.
Oh, that's
They,
cool.
they knew where they had been and where they.
Makes sense.
This guy kept going to Ricky's house.
Anyway, you got a 13 on your.
Yeah.
So the rest of you following, I'm guessing, are you all following down?
Yeah.
Or slowly? As you come in, Roland, being worried, kind of rushes to the middle of the room where you see these piled things. And you see a few things. Let me see. The first thing that comes to light is the source of light in this room, because there is a source of light slowly kind of pulsing. And it looks like a piece of slightly familiar crystal, about 2 feet in diameter, roughly, glowing purple.
I'm gonna pick it up and throw it to him.
I mean, it's pretty
Yeah, that's
heavy. You're
true,
not able
yeah.
to pick it up right away. It's like you can move,
Just
you can
squish
shift
chomp.
it, but it's. As you come closer, it looks like a piece of glowing amethyst, and it seems to be kind of set on a rock in the midst of this chamber, with a
We've
few
seen
things
this
piled
before?
around.
Just
The four of you
Yeah.
Yeah.
remember this as when you first met
Yeah.
Frithis in the Underdark.
He
He
had a
was
bunch of
in what was
these.
basically a huge natural geode with amethyst crystals.
So not the snack rock.
Not the snack rock.
Okay. Well, that I'm less interested.
But it seems to be pulsing slowly with light, and as you come near it, it's almost like static electricity.
Yeah, it shot some sparks last time. Big ones.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting chamber that you found. You've never really explored it a whole lot.
No.
You could go back. Maybe. Other things you find.
Yeah, we sort of did that.
With the 13. You find several nice golden goblets, well crafted.
I'm gonna put a couple of them in my pocket while I'm looking.
a life-size statue of an elven woman.
Can I look
In
and see if
marble.
it's Caitlin turned into a statue?
Is there a Gorgon here now?
Could be. You never know.
I mean, it doesn't look like Caitlin. It doesn't look familiar. In fact,
Okay.
it's just a very well-made marble statue.
Okay.
Oh, where's my list? Where's my list? There it is. You find several sheaves of paper that, at first glance, at least, seem to be probably accounting details for House Theroni. In the kind of their own leather cases, as you look through. And you find a packet in its own small leather case that looks like field dispatches from the Tal'Dorei army. I mean,
And he was planning some stuff.
so you,
Pick
maybe
everything up.
yeah, I mean, you can't pick the amethyst up. The goblets,
Well, yeah.
there's several of them. So I mean, there's 5. You could carry them with you. The statue you can't. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a life-size marble. And as the rest of you come near, as Roland has rushed forward, you start to see some of this too. Roland takes several of these sheaves of paper and kind of tucks them to the side, I guess for the accounting details.
Yeah, and for the Tal'Dorei dispatches.
Okay. Well, the accounting details you know enough about the dispatches. You can do with those what you will.
They're already on the move. They had the order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our conversation's happening.
Which conversation? Oh yeah. It
Because
is.
we got another roll today, so
I mean, you feel odd after everything, but nothing too out of sorts. Yeah. Anyway, you rush up. You see this. The thing that attracts all of your eyes upon rushing up is Roland kind of tucking a few things to the side. Seems to be holding some papers in a leather kind of binder, and as well as there's a giant, 2-foot piece of glowing amethyst in front of him.
and there's a quiz notes.
Yeah, but who cares? Post it, so.
So I'm totally interested in this amethyst thing.
Yeah, I'm walking over to the amethyst and I want to collaborate or put heads together with the dwarf to see what he can make of this, because you like rocks.
I like rocks.
I'm a rock gnome, but don't necessarily geology is not my
You
forte.
came from the rocks.
So you're looking at the amethyst.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems to actually be, chemically, geologically amethyst. As you kind of look at it, it is giving off an aura of strong. Even just touching it, you can tell there's some magical force bound into the center of this thing.
I'm gonna tap it.
As you look in, as you tap it,
Not with a finger, but I mean like smack it.
it rings for a second, almost seems to vibrate before, like, and even in your ears, it like starts to like, or it kind of.
I look at Chomp and I'm like, this is probably more your wheelhouse. This is just amethyst.
Ooh, yeah, that
But
sounds
something
cool.
funky in there.
I don't know if it matters, but I would like to do an investigation check to see if there's any secret within the secret.
Yeah, go for it.
And then I would also, after that, what's 9?
25.
25.
25.
Investigation check, and then
And then I would like to ritual cast identify.
okay. Looking around, you don't find much. You really don't find. There wasn't a lot here, and the amethyst kind of lights up everything in the general vicinity. A little bit to the side, you do find, which Roland hadn't seen being kind of focused, a small, what looks like passage. It looks like natural, probably a lava tube at the back of this chamber, heading at a fairly steep angle downward, and faintly from it you can hear what sounds like intermittent water or surf or something from a long ways off.
Waters.
But ritual casting identify.
I'll jump if you jump.
I don't know if I can fit.
I mean, this is what you identify it as. It's a bit beyond the spell identify. It's very something.
Oh damn.
But you have a little bit. Like it definitely it's powerful.
Heavy pulsing amethyst. A glowing purple stone about 2 feet diameter. It gives off a very strong, raw magical aura stemming from no known school of magic.
Ah.
So I make a note because I know it's magical. I just don't know what it is,
I mean,
and I know that.
oh yeah.
No, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say, with because you just identified it, if you want to make an Arcana check to see if you could learn more.
So I'm kind of having a discussion with Chomp, and I'm like, maybe this did what happened.
Yeah, this is nothing I've ever seen before.
I mean,
Magic
I know
as hell.
some. I know a little bit of magic, but I'm not
Yeah,
like.
this is magic as hell. Yeah, this is magic
Like,
as hell.
I would know what a foci is or something.
15.
I mean, it's fairly obvious that this, just playing around with it, that it will amplify spells and things that are put into it. You're not sure how or to what degree or how safely.
I whispered to Chomp, cast a spell.
We did not prepare for that eventuality.
How could you not?
Should I use reckless casting on it?
No.
You do what you want.
Oh.
I just shrug. I'm like,
Well, I guess I could do an Arcana check on it. Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe I should.
Cast polymorph, maybe it'll turn you into a divine being.
What is instead of Arcana? History?
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you.
Something.
Well, okay, so
You have magic circuit, or whatever, the teleportation circle, whatever.
yes,
Now, right?
I was thinking, since all of our Arcana knowledge seems to indicate it's just like it's really magic, but not much beyond that. I tried like a history check to see if I knew something more specific
History
about.
something similar.
Yeah, like, oh, this is the lore of these purple rocks. Because I would be able to double my proficiency bonus with my horror master thing.
I
So you're
mean,
using purple rock wool?
It's not so much the rock
So-
as it is
the magical.
So far, it's its school of magic is purple.
Yeah.
We have no clue.
you
About
do
it.
not. But yeah, go ahead and see if you can remember anything historically.
I'm telling you
You've
right
never
up.
liked it
I
yet.
just know that it's a rock.
It's a rock. It's a pretty rock.
Yeah,
It's
quite-
a big rock.
It hums.
Twice my proficiency bonus to history checks related to magic items, alchemical objects, and technological devices. So,
I'll count it.
I guess I'm helping him.
all right, that's gonna be
I'm standing right there. I'm like,
17.
Are you proficient in history? Oh. It's actually so loud. It's a rock.
I am.
It's your wheelhouse. If you want to help him,
Let's just all do it. We'll just roll
Well,
five.
I got.
Would
that's
you like
not how advantage works.
Here, wait a minute.
So do I get advantage if somebody had history? That
I
was-
had proficiency in history. But
you can help him.
Yeah, go for it. I'll say you are all gathered around this rock, so it's not like you're not paying attention.
I got a 34.
You know
No,
the era of which this rock was created.
Very high DC.
This is Ricky's rock.
So, just looking at the rock, how it seems to be resonating, depending on like when Circus cast his identify spell on it, and because it changed a bit as you were watching.
Yeah, if I cast a spell on it, shouldn't my identify be amplified?
Everything within like 3 miles.
Your eyes roll back in your head. You're like,
Your head starts expanding.
Cerebral.
Like,
Now I know how Mark Zuckerberg feels.
No.
Oh man.
It's not pleasant.
So thinking back in the history, like you have read a few things from fragments from the Age of Arcana before the Calamity about this. Powerful mages that were able to alter the actual like atomic nature of certain crystals to be able to use them as amplifiers or in different ways, either as wide area or tight beam or things like that. This one, from the look of it, it seems to have been modified in that same kind of way into a large area of effect amplifier. So not only does it amplify whatever spell is cast into it, it enables that spell to cover a huge area of effect. With a 34, you probably know that it could cover an area larger than the caldera of Karnath, which is a good mile or so across.
Zone of truth there.
I was about to say I could just cast Zone of Truth and nobody's ever telling a lie again.
Don't cast Fireball into this, is what I'm saying.
Otherwise, it'll be another volcano.
I mean, that's appropriate.
What about like is it dependent on it being a whole crystal, or are like if we smashed off a part of it, would that destroy its power? Like, is the crystal structure?
Yeah, you rolled real high. You would know that destroying the crystal structure, as it is the enchantment, as it were, and that's the easiest way to describe it, even though it isn't in that school, is bound to the actual crystal lattice of this thing. Breaking any part of it is going to break the spell cast on it.
Yeah.
Like, you could probably get it out of here with a couple of you lifting. It's not going to be easy to carry in general. It's not going to fit through the mouth of the bag of holding.
That's what I was thinking about,
That's
the
what-
whole
yeah.
teleportation circle.
What
We
about
can send it
resizing
someplace
it?
It's safe that we can.
I can carry it.
Like if I cast enlarge reduce,
Yeah, would you be able to reduce it?
You might reduce
Or,
everything.
I was about to say, or would that affect?
It might become Honey I Talk to Kids.
Honey, I Shrunk Caldori.
Went from a volcano to an anthill.
How big is it in relation to that little bolt hole that has surf noise?
I mean, the bolt hole, whatever you want to call it, that has surf noise down it, is you could probably keep your footing on it. But it would be tough as it is.
No, what I'm saying is could the rock fit?
Oh yeah, it could definitely fit. One of you could fit. I mean, Crom would have to duck, but the rest of you could stand in it-ish.
If we could make sure that the rock is undamaged in lifting, and we could not get it out any other way, maybe we could get like a boat. If the boat hole
mean, I can-
leads to the water.
I can carry it. How heavy is it?
You could carry it. I don't know that anybody else here could, but you could.
And
Just
probably
put that
would
as
my main score.
Goliath's got that thing.
But Goliath has like a
Double.
racial ability that just like
Yeah.
pulls and triples it.
I can.
One of you could carry it anyway.
I count as one size larger when determining your carrying capacity and the weight I can lift.
Which makes it, I think in your inventory, it'll say your.
I mean, and your carrying capacity is your strength will multiplied by. For medium.
1,020.
For large, it's more.
I can push, lift, or drag 1,020.
Okay, so you can definitely pick this up. You can pick it up with one arm. Connor, you could probably pick it up as well. Maybe not with one arm.
I'll leave it to her.
Yeah. The rest of you, it's pretty heavy. And as you do pick it up, Crumb, it's slightly heavier than you would have thought it would be, just based on the look of it.
Mhm.
But you're able to do it well enough. Where are you bringing it?
Yeah, where am I bringing it?
What are y'all doing?
Where
Yeah.
you going?
Oh,
We're just gonna
so
carry it
did
everywhere we
Did
go.
y'all want to look around?
we
we
finish
need to
exploring
look
the
around.
I mean, that's kind
Yeah,
of
we
like
need to
artillery
look
right there.
around. Yeah. I mean, somewhere in here might
Just
be
get a
my
pack
best
of one.
friend.
I was gonna
Childhood.
say, I
I'll
mean,
go to the back.
Because I'm really tempted at casting some spells at this
I
thing.
mean,
and just,
depending on
like,
where we go, we can carry a cart with us. And we got
Wow.
enough gold.
Are we feeling like we've exhausted the
Oh yeah,
resources of this room?
We haven't looked around
I
it all the
think
way yet.
he
have we?
he did. He did an investigation check while we were kind of looking at it. And I don't think he saw anything else.
found that little hole.
I mean,
Yeah, I found the hole.
You found the hole going down towards. It sounds like some kind of surf noise. Yeah. A ways further down. Do y'all? Yeah, what is it?
I'm gonna probably turn around and stalk back towards the stairs because I would like to find Caleb. That's pretty high on my list of things to do.
I would like.
I want
and
to see where this too goes.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm happy to do it, but I don't like the idea of a hole
What time did you
behind
say it
us
was?
that we don't know
What's
anything
that?
about.
What time did you say it was?
Right now in the
Let us
hole.
plumb the depths of the
Well, could
mysterious
you
hole.
go down there and
Is it
then
dark?
come
It's
back
dark.
up?
It's definitely after. I mean, the ball had started after dark.
Yeah.
Like, could you like
You
pause
said it was
for something
midnight,
and then
before
come
midnight
back?
when I was at Thane, so
What,
20 minutes
like,
back,
cast
and then
Grease?
probably
No.
It might be
Down
getting
to
close
wall.
to midnight.
That's
because of
great.
investigation
On the
and going down and everything.
Everything
But
is-
it's around midnight.
Catch us now, bad guys.
Right. What do you want to do?
I can like kind of scout it out with my bird as far as I can see.
Okay. Send Casilda down and make a perception check.
Damn it.
What is happening?
217s. It was really freaking weird there,
That's fine. Yeah.
but
Okay.
if it has anything to do with it.
So Casilda flying down doesn't go too far because she has a 100-foot range, 150-foot range, something. It's not much more
No, it's got to
than
be.
that. But it only goes about 80 feet at a pretty good steep angle, like walkable. But as she kind of flies down, it's hard for an owl in here as they like to glide, and she's having to flap more than she usually would. But it kind of suddenly levels off, and there's water about halfway up this straighter channel that seems to be. You're not sure where it leads to, but it seems to be slowly moving in and out a bit as it kind of laps up on the walls, and there's some kind of froth around the sides.
Is it high tide or low tide?
I'm not sure that you would know that.
Yeah, 100 feet.
We don't have a druid.
Make a
but
nature
druid,
check.
A druid would be able to.
Let's see if you would remember that.
The druid craft thing.
It's 21.
21. I mean, based on because you had been near the shore, you've been here for a couple days. You know that right now it is high tide.
I guess when Circus reports
Close-ish,
back
anyway.
the findings, I would like to just keep that in mind to check out again at low tide to see if anything reveals itself when the water level
Fair. Yeah.
goes
Okay.
down.
Like it looks like you might even be able to wade in it at the beginning of it. So
That's when I go down. It's walkable.
I mean, I'm happy to. I don't want to be the one like fixated on this and holding everybody else
No,
up.
I think
Like I
it's-
said, we can come back later. I mean, I can swim, so I'm happy to be the one to do it.
sorry, Sadie.
Okay, bye. I'll see you in a little bit.
You going down?
Yeah.
All right.
Light a torch. Go on down.
I was looking for something I could polymorph into that had like a really sick swimming speed.
I think you should become an orca.
I believe that is an option. Yeah.
You get some more money.
I haven't had a chance to polymorph into swimming things too often.
All right, y'all heading down? Who's heading down?
I am.
I'm just gonna jump on my shield and start sliding down.
After him? He did say you were going down first, so.
I did.
He estimates.
I'll grab him along the way.
Like on a water slide, he just estimates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you start down, it
He
is
shows up and she's like, "I go."
It's fairly a steep, you know, stone passage here. Make a dexterity check just to see how you do.
Got a 4.
What?
I got a 4.
Before he even gets to you, your scaly claws kind of come out from beneath you, and you start sliding.
Shit!
Like on your back, your shield on your back, kind of like acting just as
Yeah.
his is.
It's like the Winter Olympics now.
You get to race down. Okay, who else is going down? Anybody else?
I mean, I guess if this is where we're going,
Y'all want me to bring this?
I think we need to see where this leads first, and then
And neither of us that jumped have a way of communicating back.
Do you want a polymorph?
I knew
into
you
something
were
and
being
pick it up?
squid.
oh man, it's sad we lost our new friends so soon. This will never be able to.
Go after her.
Oh.
He died apart.
Never got to use that.
Mysterious.
What's that?
Right, you
I mean, we
guys-
can't always
Mysterious. I mean, that's
and come back for it.
The secret passage is uncovered, so
It is.
anybody could come in there and take it.
The cleaning crew might come through at any minute.
I like the fastest.
I can close it. Maybe.
I mean, y'all didn't really look for a way to close it on your way down.
No.
Well, I would imagine the thing that opened it can close it, right?
That's true.
If it
Then
still
you're still-
works.
It is busted and kind of spurting water out of it.
Cast mending a bunch.
I don't know if it's gonna fix that.
You guys go. I'll stay here.
While the rest of you are trying to figure out who else might go down behind them, the two of you sliding down, eventually you just splash down as it kind of levels off, almost like kind of an elbow in a tube, like going down a water slide, except for that there were sparks coming out from the shield on the stone. You find yourself in water about chest high on you, a little less than that on you. And the passage seems to go mostly straight, slightly angled down. So it slowly gets deeper as you continue maybe walking into it. You want to keep going?
I can swim, so I'm happy to go
What
in.
kind of armor are you wearing?
Scale mail right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go any further.
Amphibious.
I'm in full plate.
Like not just
I'm
purely.
just gonna sink.
Amphibious.
Alright.
I'll
What
come
does that
back
mean?
for you.
You're like,
sometimes
yeah,
it's
go
right.
ahead.
I'll be the
Like,
I'll be the
It will
guy.
even more than you're like, I didn't think this through.
I can breathe.
So, Zipple,
Yeah.
as
Giant octopus.
as you wade forward, going from about a little bit over waist deep to then chest deep, going on about 100 feet, you're up to shoulder, and your neck and head are still out, and the air starts to smell a little like you feel some movement of air.
Mhm.
By the time you're about chin deep, you realize that you're no longer hearing the echoing, and that you've come out and you can feel the water moving a little bit more back and forth as you look up, and you can see just a little bit of glimmer of starlight between what looks like some clouds passing above. And you're in the ocean along the coast. You can hear the waves crashing against what sounds like it's probably a cliff face pretty close behind you.
I'll like duck under and see like how. Well, you said I was walking. I walk
Well,
out to the ocean, yeah.
You're still like the surf is moving you a bit, but your feet are still touching, and you're like chin deep.
I mean,
So you're mostly floating at this point.
I'll doggy paddle until I'm underwater and then dive down for a little
Okay.
bit.
Diving down, it's dark. But you see a sandy bottom. A couple fish seem to swim into your view and then away.
Fish is fish.
But it is night, and it's hard-ish to see out here.
Do I see anything in the tunnel where I'm at?
Not a whole lot. It looks like it's a fairly regular, if rough. There's a lava tube that came down and then went mostly straight, but with a slightly downward angle. It seems to be continuing on ahead of you into. Because you have dark vision, but past a certain point, you can't really see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a whole lot.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I guess can I reach the bottom, or is it how?
I mean, because you swam out a way now, you're just kind of floating. You can. It's easy enough. It doesn't drop off too quickly
Yeah.
here. Depends on how far out you want to swim.
I don't want to go out too far right now because I don't have dark vision. I'll make my way back. I guess I'm gonna try to like swim and like pull myself in my claws just to see if like under the water there's not any point where the tunnel like expands that I might not have noticed. Because I'm just looking for any other,
He's already
Yeah,
on
like-
like 5, right?
a backup cave or anything.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
16.
Looking around, it seems like being underwater, it clears things up a little bit. As you get to see kind of what's actually leading up to the cave, and it looks like there is a slightly rock-strewn but sandy bottom that seems to lead up and then into this cave that exits. There's looking up, it's harder to see, being fairly dark out, but there's a fairly sheer cliff face that has some protrusions not too far above you, but eventually just becomes kind of a black line above you, kind of interrupting the stars and lightly illuminated clouds above. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem like you really missed anything. It's just, a passage that leads out here onto what's sometimes a clear beach, but right now underwater.
And I guess I'll get back up to Gundar, relate my experience to him because he's probably more familiar with rock tunnels and formations. He might be able to tell me if everything feels sussed out. And either way, I think it's something that Roland should know about because there's like a back door into their house. But I mean,
That'd be a good way to use the explosives.
Oh, what, to collapse the
Yeah.
tunnel?
they might not want to though. Like that might be something that they could make some money out of. But either way, it's something that Roland should be made aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if Gundar's happy with my description, I'm happy with his.
To
rock
me, it
knowledge.
just sounds like a normal lava chute.
Yeah. What it seems to be.
I lick it to make sure. Tastes like putting it up.
Gundar. Let's go.
What?
I don't think this, but I would like to know if you think this is maybe the way of it. I don't think this is being on me. This is like a.
No, not this.
This is a like passage through to another point. Yes,
Yeah.
it's not big enough.
This would probably just be like his alternate escape route, would be my opinion.
I think
If
that's
he
something
knew about it,
we
if
should
he,
look at.
yeah. He'd probably just use it as a back door or, a way to and fro.
Spends most of his time not there. Humanoid.
Yeah.
So he can come in and go easily as a human.
Yeah, that's my opinion on it. It's just a naturally occurring little shaft, and he may have used it for, secret in and outs without having to go through the castle.
Okay. Okay, so moving back up, if you please both make dexterity checks real quick to see how well this is gonna go.
13.
Okay. That sound that sound like that is sound like
Those are.
This is one. 13.
I was gonna make a joke about them being fire trucks, but
Fire
get
truck,
there.
man. You're a fire truck.
Come on, man.
with 2 13s.
Where they know somewhere.
Heading up, it's hard going as you're both in armor, like heavy-ish armor, especially you. It takes a while to get back up. The rest of you are waiting, like there's nothing left to do by that point. You're
It's
just
got to be entertaining too. Scrambling up the well.
I'll take a couple of steps up and then just slide it down.
Exactly.
You eventually make it back up to the top.
Wait, guys, come on.
Okay, what do y'all want to do?
What was it?
Just lava tube.
Yeah. it
Goes out
was.
to the beach.
I had a really nice swim. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
Well-
sorry for taking up so much time.
Yes,
Yeah,
my
you did us
best
so
friend is
solid.
missing.
All right, let's go find. What's her name?
We could
Ayla.
probably find the dragon corpse.
We could find Kaylin and the dragon corpse. A
That's a
nice
possibility.
theory.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried your little locate person spell on her friend?
I thought about that.
What?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure if you ever met Kayla.
Yeah. Like I have to be familiar with
How they look.
if it's an individual.
Does it like
I don't
name
know.
or something? The description of her best friend.
If nothing else, we could wait till the morning and see if we can find her.
Maybe get some of her, brush with the DNA in it.
Hey,
What do you want to do?
Locate creature. It says describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. Sense the direction as long as it's within 1,000 feet. Creature is moving in another direction. The spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, such as human or a unicorn. Examples
He
there.
was finding elf.
You should be using that all the time.
So long as
Bird.
you've seen such a creature up close, within 30 feet at least once, if the creature you described or named is in a different form. The spell can't locate a creature if running water at least 10 feet wide blocks a direct path between you and the creature. So, describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. I don't know how familiar.
So I would say by description, you would know what Kayla looks like. So you could use that. Yeah.
why don't you stand next to the stone that amplifies things while you're doing it? Like, touch it or something and see if it like works on it amplifies it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try that. Let's see.
It's disappointing that it's not fireball.
I did just learn a new spell, Chain Lightning, that I kind of wanted to cast on it, but
Chains to every single person.
I cast power
In the
word
city.
by hill.
I suddenly
Yes, fine.
at least it's hard to move, I guess.
Who knows what?
Not really. We got a Goliath.
Sure.
Mobile artillery.
With the wish
Just
spell.
kind of it.
If she just straps it to her back and then Chomp just starts firing stuff at it mid battle, just make sure you hit the crystal, not her.
yeah, sure. So it works within 1,000 feet. So I guess if I just get somewhere near the center of the house, kind of a thing, see if it's on the property.
I mean, I need to calculate distance real quick.
Crystal wouldn't that amplify it and they could go like
Because 1,000
mile.
feet
Give me
times
a
what this thing will amplify by.
It's a relatively harmless
Yeah.
spell.
It also
Yeah.
works. It also works for an hour. So I could cast it in that 1,000-foot radius, persistent for an hour. So I could go walking around. Or whatever.
As long as the stone's still near you. Well, actually, the stone doesn't have to be near you. Crap. Yeah,
There you go. You cast it,
Okay.
right, and it's
You carry
They're
the
dead.
You carry the stone.
Did you
I
take
sit
the
on top
soul
of
and
the
whatever?
stone.
flame it's in.
Yeah, it takes it in the ethereal realm.
It walks around,
Right.
so I can detect creature
You have to
from.
be touching it.
Maybe not. But
Maybe
if you,
just
could,
once.
if you could carry both of us, that's cool.
Well, try it out. First.
Carrying a dragon head is a big rock, man. Doesn't need another burden.
I'm small.
And no problem carrying a stone. Lugging you around.
I guess so. Yeah, you can use a higher level spell slot to cast a lower level spell, even if it doesn't have
the description, doesn't it? And
Like-
what it does.
it won't do anything extra, but I think you can.
Wait, what are we doing?
That's
I have no
fine.
clue.
So,
He's trying to get off,
Kaylin.
like, maximize this thing.
I
well,
mean,
no, I just don't have any. I don't have any. Like locate creature is a 4th level spell,
Oh,
and
you're
I
out of
don't
spell
have any
slots?
4th level spell slots. But
I mean, we don't have to do it.
I could cast locate creature at 5th level.
Okay.
It wouldn't give me any extra
Oh,
benefits, but I could just
Use
the
use
spell slot.
the spell slot. So,
Yeah, just go for it.
all right, guys, here goes nothing. I am going to put my hands on the rock and cast locate creature and name Caitlin and describe her.
Kaylin.
Oh no!
You already failed. You found somebody.
Some girl named Caitlin shows up and is like, "You looking for me?
Your find friends app.
What you need?
For this.
There's 7 of us here. Come on."
Open a task.
That would be the
man.
funniest thing. I'd be at a whole adventure, like, just trying to find the wrong person.
Control Alt Delete. All right. So, you know what? You're going by what she looks like. So, as you put your hands on the amethyst, and you channel the power of what radius?
Mhm.
You channel the power of the spell into it. Your mind suddenly expands, like further than it ever has. Like a little trickle of blood starts to come down your nose, out of your nostril, and you find that you can sense your senses have expanded out to.
You'll never get the same thrill from psychotropic drugs ever again.
I mean, a little more than 16 miles off.
Oh,
You are suddenly sensing. And you do not sense Kayla.
She's dead.
Yeah.
Jim.
Does it detect it alive or dead, or is it? I don't know how the spell works. Or is it just alive?
It just says locate. I don't know.
I'm gonna say if somebody is dead, then they're no longer that creature. So
Maybe it's
I mean that's kind of a metaphysical question,
Mhm.
but it's,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going with. Well then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Based on the math of what you just perceived, this thing amplifies spells, at least in range, 88 times.
You're on like the second.
Gotta look at my spells. Yeah. Gotta look at my spells.
Like,
Damn it.
No,
And
how about
also-
Felder? Just give me another minute. Just give me another minute.
make a Constitution saving throw.
It's worth it.
Because he's within range. of
Yeah.
you,
So that should be a.
Plus something.
I'm just gonna be standing over him with my hand out, ready to just like.
Can't remember it.
Throw.
nothing.
He dies. He dies.
+2 to saving throw.
Okay. 20.
Okay. So you take half damage. Is all right.
Ooh,
Yeah, lucky on that one.
only 47.
So it was only 6 psychic damage reduced to 3. But you have just for a moment you seize up and like I said, some blood trickles down and you take some damage from it.
Okay, guys. So,
But wait a minute. What level did you cast that?
Oh, no.
because I didn't have any 4th level spell slots. I guess it
That's
was.
count really high.
Yeah, I cast it at 5th level.
Okay, so that's 39 points of damage reduced to
You did.
18. 18 points of
Oh, this is the best rock ever.
psychic damage. It didn't occur to me, so now I was like, no, that's not right. It's supposed to do way more than that.
Was to kill him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still standing. Okay.
It
Because I don't think I was fully healed up from like the battle with the dragon.
No.
technically, I mean, you leveled.
I leveled up, but who knows? I don't
I
know.
still have
Kind of fuzzy.
at least 4 charges if you need them, and then I can use my spell slots.
No, I'm good right now,
You
but
done okay
I
there,
wonder
bud?
what would happen if I just
okay.
grabbed it and did arm vitality.
I located every redhead within 18 miles of here, but I didn't see her.
Can I turn around and
That's you tomorrow playing that.
You can do anything you would like. This is D&D.
trying to think.
So
Roland
she's
has-
either really far away or she's no longer on this plane of existence.
Okay, Roland wants to damage something. Let me think of something in there that can damage.
Don't hit my rock.
I'm not gonna hit your rock.
Esprom is just kind of cradling it in one arm.
Alright, I think Roland, that would be kind of dumb. Roland, did he recover Lucretia?
I mean, you had thrown it on the floor, but you didn't break it. It still needs to be, the jam needs to be cleared,
Ah, damn. Okay.
but that just takes an action. That's
Alright.
a 6-second thing. So
I'm gonna blow the statue away. Just out of sheer frustration
You're
and
just gonna
rage
shoot the
and grief.
statue?
Yeah.
I know.
go ahead and roll a d20.
It starts
Caitlin's-
bleeding.
Soul was inside there.
A D20? Okay. 8. 16.
And that'll hit. Roll another d20 real quick.
17.
Okay, so it doesn't jam this time. Go ahead and roll for your damage.
Alright, let me.
Shooting.
That's on the crystal description. But
No,
No, you need a
rock.
statue. 17.
Okay. I mean, you shoot it and you manage to, like, you hit it kind of right here in the chest and, like, the arm kind of cracks, like, right around the shoulder and slowly, and then just falls off. It's up to you how satisfying that was, I suppose.
It didn't bring her back, so
It did
maybe.
not.
No.
My ears are ringing.
I mean, this is not a huge cavern, a good size, but not a huge cavern. It does, like, echo loudly as this musket goes off.
Um.
Kind of
Let's
a
go
musket.
talk to the
Right.
black dragon.
Well, we got to make sure we get some. We did keep some scales from this blue dragon, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
Alright, I'm gonna stalk back up the way we came after the shot.
Okay. Walking back up, you eventually come to the running hot water and then out into the bathroom. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Just rock.
Need some space. We wait a few minutes. And
Yeah, we give her a little head start and then. Oh, okay.
And what are we doing with the stone?
Bring it with us.
Taking it everywhere we
I
go.
was gonna.
Never letting it leave my sight.
I got a rope. Can I like
Good shit.
kind of strap it to my back, make like a little.
Yeah, it's easy enough. With some help, you strap it to your back. This brightly glowing, slightly pulsing amethyst.
I've got like a bunch of cloth and stuff that we can like fashion a little
It wouldn't
backpack
take
for it.
long to build.
Okay.
That, and it kind of covers up the big ass glowing.
Yeah. So you can cover it and strap it. You have it on your back. It feels slightly warm as you have it lashed to you, in that same kind of pulse of light.
Portable back massage.
And luckily, I can't cast any spells, so.
Yeah.
I mean, is rage a
Or-
spell? You just enrage everything.
With a little bit of
Is
pseudo.
your berserk arm a magical effect?
It can cast a
Yeah.
spell. It can cast like firebolt or something.
You can. You're not sure what happens if the spell is cast.
Yeah.
I mean, Srithas did cast Detect Magic near this, and it didn't necessarily amplify it. You had to cast it into it to be able to amplify it.
Or maybe
came
it's
so
just touch.
It could be.
We have so many things we can try with this stone. I'm really excited, guys. I'm pumped about it. I mean, I'm kind of tired right now, but I'm really excited about what this rock might be able to do for us.
I
Do
think
we
you
need
need,
to,
you need some fluids.
do we need to take a rest to recover?
Oh, I'm good.
Battle?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
We're not fighting anytime soon, though, right?
We don't know.
We don't.
So when we leveled up, did that count as a rest, or we need to take a rest and recover?
I mean, I'd say just because
works as a good
continuity-wise, it makes sense to take a rest
Yeah.
to get a rest. So if you want to recover stuff, hit points, spell slots,
Also,
rages,
1 in the morning now.
it is. And if you go for too much longer, you're going to start suffering from. Well, actually, you're already suffering
Already.
from one level of exhaustion.
I would just say, like, I don't know what else we can
Let's
be
go sleep.
getting done right
Forgot
now.
about
You know,
I don't know. If we touch that rock, we might be straight to go all night.
It's the meth rock.
I got some really good ideas, guys.
Smoke
Really good ideas.
Smoke the amethyst.
Those
Yeah, they had a great idea.
Let's make a movie. Let's write a script. Start a band.
1,000 good ideas.
I got so many good ideas right now. Open a restaurant. Yeah.
somebody tie Chomp to a bed so we can all get some sleep.
You do.
Are we gonna go back to the villa that we have on the property?
Oh yeah.
They already have a room.
Yeah.
There's no zombies in it.
There was a little. What's his name?
Timmy,
Timmy. Jimmy. What?
So,
Little Timmy.
you haven't taken the time to look for him.
Yeah, we're
He's
gonna.
not my problem no more.
He is a rogue zombie.
Somebody will find him.
You know, in my experience, these things usually just sort of work themselves out. I assume they never bother me again. So
I mean, if we're looking for things to do in
Usually.
the morning,
I mean, we're talking butterfly effect. Yeah, they haven't.
yeah, not
Yeah,
that
they haven't affected you yet.
we're still not sure where the blue dragon's lair is. Somebody at the Barthy mentioned some cultist or something found down by the docks. So if we're looking for some activity tomorrow, there's
Take the crystal down to the graveyard.
We've got some
no,
money
that's
to
a terrible idea.
Raise the whole.
No,
Remember the note.
I can only hit so many people in
we
the
can
head at one
spend
time.
it.
I was very tempted to pick up this create undead spell, which would allow me to create
I said
a
No.
ghoul
I said no.
or a right, and eventually 2 mummies under my control.
That's like, there's no use.
But
We
I
have a
did-
whole army.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
It
I'll
worked
do
out
something
so
more
well
directly
last time
useful
we
and
did that.
predictable, rather than creating ghouls and mummies
Yeah.
and.
So, you
Mm-hmm.
said that the promissory note. What do we do with it? We spend it.
We have to take it to an army camp or
So
something.
there's a large it's a similar to the promissory note you had before. They called it a commissary note.
Oh.
You got to take it to Taldor military to be able to use it.
But you can only spend it at their shop. Right?
Exactly.
Oh great, we got
It's a
we got 11,000 store credit.
Give me the big bear.
You sold your soul to the company store.
You know,
Roland,
You know.
I am sorry about your.
everyone must be doing. No, I'm not that.
Since Roland only has to rest 4
It
hours,
sounds like a great system, right?
I'm probably gonna keep you. He's
Yeah,
probably
great way
gonna
to
keep you all
enslave
up
people
because he's just gonna
indirectly.
be shooting Lucretia every once
Hey,
in
they
a
were
while.
come on.
A place to live.
I found an interesting hole that you might want to explore.
Then we're gonna make an insight check.
It was down in the tunnel.
Later.
That is good rum cake, by the
Thank
way.
you.
It's really good.
Thank you.
In fact, one of my favorite types of cake.
Um,
All right, so
So we go back to our little house there.
I did one.
yeah, so
Continental breakfast in the morning.
I mean, you're able to easy enough get a long rest. Give yourself a long rest. You have full hit points. You have your spell slots back. Okay.
While they were asleep, I want to do things. You know, elves only take 4 hours.
That's right. You have some time, extra time compared to some of the others.
Yeah.
This stays up all night. Just
That's
kind of
great.
being weird.
I
Doing insert this thing.
Yeah. After 4 hours, I'm going to go find my father.
Okay.
I want to talk to him.
Easy enough. He's in
He's
in his office near his chambers in one of the towers, as you found him many times before. Seems to be going over the papers strewn out in front of him as you come in. One of his, you might call him a retainer, is coming out and kind of brushes past you, kind of gives you a look, and beams out.
All right.
And says,
First thing.
Jeez.
Good. I'm going to pull out one of my dad. I have a throwing knife,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull it out from the doorway,
Mhm.
and I'm going to throw it right into the papers in front of his face.
Okay. You do that.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, you see him as he's looking at the papers, his left hand suddenly darts out. Catches the dagger right before it hits the table, and then looks up at you and says, "What?
You killed her, you bastard.
I didn't kill anyone.
Oh, gosh.
Well, actually, who?
Kaylin.
No, I did not kill her.
Yes, you did. You
I
let
did.
a dragon in this
Start this
household.
again.
I did not let a dragon in any way.
Yes, you did.
This was an unfortunate circumstance, and we don't know that Kaylin, it's gone.
I know she is.
How do you know this? Have you seen a body?
No,
What did we teach you?
she is nowhere.
You know,
Nobody, no crap.
No body, no payment.
We have something a little better, and she is not alive.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't underestimate my friend.
Don't underestimate him.
He's not you.
I'm not saying she is. I'm saying don't underestimate. She has been running this household several years now, and she's much more capable than you might remember.
Oh, I know she's capable. It's you who's not capable.
Oh, please, tell me how.
You let a dragon in?
Once again, I did not let a dragon. I'm not having this conversation with you. You are not yet in charge of this family.
You're not either, from what I can tell.
Oh, I am.
No. Yes.
No. You let the household be enchanted by a dragon. You're slipping.
He sighs and just rubs his temples. What is it that you want?
I want Kaylin.
And I suggest you go looking for
We already have.
then look further afield.
Is it? Have you even wondered how you slipped so badly that the entire town got enchanted?
My arcanists, obviously, need to be replaced.
Obviously.
We are in the process of hiring new ones.
Yes, and if it wasn't for us, you never would have known that. You'd be sitting down there with your damn jugglers making a fool of yourself.
Well, and this is why I want you here.
I have better things to do.
Well, obviously not. You go back. You can see that you are needed. Why aren't you staying?
Because I'm on a mission from God.
He just laughs. We both know that's not true.
And when the chained oblivion comes, I suppose you and your little arcanist will handle that too?
It's none of my worry. Take what comes, as we always have.
Yes, and look how well you handled the last one.
Is this private, I assume?
Yeah, this is between the two of them. The rest, you're awake, of
Awkwardly
course, but not in here. Unless, I mean, did you sneak out? Or did you just
tried to
walk
find
I
out?
might have just walked out.
So at one point in the night, you, in just kind of resting, but awake, notice Roland just walk out.
No.
You don't, no?
No.
Okay. So yeah, this is private. It seems that you're better equipped to find her anyway, so maybe go and find her.
We have much more evidence. We've already searched 18 miles tonight. She's
Impressive.
not here. Better than you can do. All I see you up here is doing your household counts. Which, incidentally, here, you lost some. And I'm pulling out a bag for one is just. I'm not
Okay.
giving the Tal'Dorei stuff yet.
Okay. He looks at the papers as they kind of fall across his desk, kind of spreading out. He says, his eyes narrow, and he says, once again, what is it that you want from me?
Hey,
I don't have her. And it seems that as you believe you're more capable than I, why are you here?
we came here to kill the blue dragon.
And your family means nothing to you.
My family means about as much to you, me, as Aelin means to you.
She was useful, yes.
She was, and she gave you loyalty, and this is how you repay her.
He nods and slightly shrugs. Did you expect something else?
Not from you, but you know, with my friends, I have learned loyalty.
All right then. What about loyalty to your family?
Aelin was my family.
He raises one eyebrow.
At some point, this song might just get really annoying. I think at this point, Roland's just going to turn around and stalk out
Okay.
when he realizes
Say
his
what?
father is just not
It's like
going
my
to do
blood.
anything.
As you turn to leave, your father says, "But will you be back?"
Yes.
If you can find her, we will miss her.
If I can find her, you'll miss her. What if I bring her back?
And we won't.
Okay.
I mean, he's just very matter of fact about it.
Mhm.
I mean, you grew up in this household,
True.
and after being out in the world before, you are aware that in some ways your father is a sociopath,
Oh, yeah.
and mostly cares about how it's going to affect him. To his whatever degree he can, he does care about you, but not much further than you and your mother.
So I think I'm just going to go back to the villa. No, first I'm going to go by and find, I can call him Mubarak. Mutarak.
Mutar.
I find Mubarak too and take over Egypt. Not all.
While you're at it,
Yeah,
plane shifts.
it's a nice country. Yeah, but I'll find Mutarak.
Okay. I mean, you find him storming out of your father's offices. Go down. What's happening?
Nothing.
What did you do?
Don't worry about
What
it.
did you do? I don't want to know. I do.
I'll get it ready. I'm not-
You know where he lives. Lower down in the towers. You find him up, kind of tending to his own bandages and things like that. As none of you decided to heal him.
No, he kept him alive.
He kept him alive at 1 hit point, so he's
Yeah.
he's in a rough shape.
I mean, that's all I have.
Then he
left.
stubbed his toe.
Exactly. Yeah. He stubbed his toe and just collapsed. So you knock on the door. He says, "Come," and you come in to find him sitting in a chair.
Join us.
I do not understand. Are you having drinks?
No, come join our group. We're saving the world. And we're looking for Caitlin.
Roland, I am dedicated to the household here. It's my
Caitlin and I are the household.
Mm.
We're the up and coming younger generation.
make a persuasion check.
Ooh, natural 1. Hang on. I like it. That works as a 10
You
now.
can, yeah, that's it. That counts as 10.
So 17.
He looks at you, and you can see in his eyes that he's really debating it.
Mhm.
Looking back one way or another on the ground in front of him. I want to. I worry for her. Is she gone? Do you know?
She's gone.
Lord.
We searched. We
Then I must stay. I must protect the rest of the household.
I understand.
Should you ever get back, though. And please do.
I will.
Come find me. We can help your family.
My family is past help.
I would not go that far.
We got enchanted by a dragon. I mean, that's slipping for them. My father had jugglers around in costume balls. You're gonna say my family is not slipping?
He just smiles to himself.
Roland hates jugglers.
And shakes his head, and it's like,
They're the clowns.
Hates jugglers.
you should have
Clowns
you
are the
should have
ultimate
been here for the mines. You are young yet. Probably 100 or so years old.
Mhm.
You will learn. I'll see you next time. Yeah. And he goes back to redressing one of the wounds on his arm.
Okay, so Roland's gonna go back to the villa and see if y'all are up yet. Y'all probably are.
I mean, everybody that's asleep is still. Everybody's pretty tired.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay. But going through to the morning, waking up. The rest of you find yourselves. I mean, you all find yourselves rested, having regained your whatever health you need. And yeah, what do y'all want to do today?
I want to ask Roland where Matarik lives.
I'm going to ask you why.
I want to go check on it. I mean, I did say the wife after all.
I saw him tonight. He's fine.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna start snooping around then.
Okay.
I think I'm going to follow you. I mean, discreetly follow you. Stealth.
Make an investigation check, asking around to see where you can find Roland. Not Roland, Matar.
Yeah,
I can't see anything. That's scary.
Sorry.
I'll roll
Different, do you have-
for it if they
No,
better
I have a back injury.
well, you have like nil when it comes to language attacks, so on mobility can be
You said a which investigation?
Investigation.
That's a 18.
Alright, asking around a bit. I mean, he is the head of security. As you wake up in the morning, going out, asking a few people, you're able to find him. He's not in his quarters, but rather seems to be in the main banquet hall talking to a group of what looks like other guardsmen of the family.
I'm gonna like come up to him, but I'm not gonna interrupt him. I'm just gonna kind of wait till he's done interacting with whoever he's interacting with.
Okay.
And I guess when he's done, I'm gonna approach him.
Okay. As they all kind of filter off, as he gives some orders, and one group goes here, one group goes there. Seems very serious. bandages all around, but looking better than you had last seen him.
He is a minotaur, right?
He is, and I mean he's 9 feet tall.
Okay.
You know, without the horns.
Yeah.
Just kind of hulking over anybody around him.
Did he?
As the last of the guardsmen walk off, make a stealth check. Walk up, and he turns towards you and says, "Yes, what'd you get?"
31.
Okay. Yes, I'm guessing you're not. Gonna
That beats my
Yeah.
anything I can do. My
Yeah.
passive perception's
Your
12,
passive
so.
perception's not gonna get that.
You win.
So you're able to think up pretty close, actually.
So I'm gonna start talking to him,
Things
and I know a little bit about minotaurs,
Okay.
but not like anything extravagant. I'm familiar with them. So I'm gonna start off with small talk, like, you know, glad to see you doing okay, and then I'm gonna like segue real harsh into so you know I saved your life, right? You were wondering why you're still alive.
Says, yes, I'm aware. My gratitude to you.
It's not really your gratitude I want. See,
Takes a deep sigh.
where I come from, we have, you know, this thing called a life debt.
And where I come from, the strongest survive. And if you choose to save one, that is on you.
I mean, if
But
that's the case, then
what is it that you want?
well, so I have my pack with me, and I pull out what, I mean, I'm assuming he would notice what it is. It's a brand. And I tell him that, you know, I don't really want much from you, but you know, I saved your life. You're kind of indebted to me, and this is how you can repay that debt.
I mean, if I think I know what the brand is,
It's going to be similar to the one I have, but
Okay.
it's way less ornate. Like, it's just a basic one.
okay. Yeah, make a persuasion check. Or, I mean, it's up to you. Intimidation or persuasion. I could say you could make either one.
Yeah, so
Alright.
18. Doesn't really matter which one because they're both the same.
Yeah. Okay. So looking at you, looking over at it, he says, I have my own that I am committed to.
I'm not asking you to break those commitments. You can stay right where you are.
I mean, I have my own deity that I am.
It wasn't your deity that saved you.
Can I do an action? Can I speak up my hand and put a dagger up his throat?
I mean, you can do that.
The rest of us are just at breakfast.
Yeah, we're
getting
like
that good cantaloupe.
Sleeping in.
You're like, there's some honeydew in there, but not like the underripe stuff, the like perfectly ripe stuff.
It's the nice scrambled eggs, not the rubbery ones.
In the meantime, as you say that,
Oh no.
you feel the sharp side of a dagger come across your neck. Roland, what do you say?
Now, who would like that?
You know, the person I saved.
And I think that debt's been changed. I think we're saving you.
I mean, you can try.
So, at that.
Sorry, I'm trying to look for something.
Yeah.
Not find it.
You will leave with her alone.
I think that's between me and Mutar.
I don't.
Mutark agrees.
Like I've got a lot of stuff to do today.
You guys just wrap it up.
It's a Minotaur, right?
He is a Minotaur, and he's just
Grabbed by a
he's
whole
just
person.
watching. Yeah. All right. So what do we?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Remember
You are in a standoff, basically. Then he's standing there.
I'm gonna channel divinity dreadful aspect.
Centaur, half mermaid. I can't describe what it looks like.
I think you. I think you're not there.
Whatever you think it is.
And I guess I'm gonna target both of them.
Okay.
Since it could have an impact on his decision as well.
Even in the fight.
So both of them.
Okay.
Wisdom saving
Make
throw.
a wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear. Could Vaughn have any wisdom?
And Tark fails.
So does. Yeah, so do I.
Okay. You are now frightened. So, you are at
Ooh.
disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls,
Mhm.
and you will not willingly
No, hold
have
it. No,
plus-
hold it. You know what? I did that roll wrong. I forgot I had that 10 because it was 4.
Oh yeah, so you automatically have a 10. What's your plus on
Makes it a 9.
wisdom? It's a -1 on wisdom, so you still fail.
Yeah, that didn't beat my
Does
14.
this, I mean, does this actually seem like a wise thing to do to y'all?
Probably not.
Okay, so as this happens, I'm gonna say based on the effects of the description of frightened, yeah. We're gonna do a contested something. Well, not exactly. We're not gonna do a contested something.
Is frightened.
We're gonna do make an intimidation check at advantage. And I got a DC in my head. What do you get?
18
Yeah,
plus
I wanted the Minotaur.
6
But then so
is
did he.
24.
And that's what he's
Okay.
gonna do now. And the new stuff is not. They don't. Thank you.
As suddenly this feeling washes over you, like a wave, you feel suddenly you don't know what this person could do.
It's like
And this and it's like this the
Like
strength
always.
in the hand holding the dagger suddenly lessens. And you feel immediately like you maybe should back off. I mean, it almost part of your brain knows it feels unnatural, but you still feel
Lizard brain goes, oh shit.
you still feel
Yeah.
compelled to back off.
All
Well, you
right.
gotta be lizard brain.
Sorry.
I mean,
Yeah, he's
not
not
cool.
really Just plays fun.
He's a lizard. Don't let him front you. All right. So, yeah, as you enable this, Matara kind of puts his large hands up, kind of backs away, like I don't want to be part of it, and Roland this is the dagger, and also kind of backs away. What are you doing?
I just kind of say over my shoulder that this doesn't pertain to you, and this will be your one and only time to leave things be.
I like shoot you because you're a party.
You
can
can try.
I can. But,
You can do whatever you
I feel
want.
really bad if I shot. I mean,
I mean, I don't know you that well.
I would have flashbacks because the first ever game of D&D I played, the rogue did kill the paladin in the group because apparently there was like drama between those two
I
players.
don't know. I like Andrew perfectly fine.
No, I know, but it was not again.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like, I didn't want to do what I was originally going to do, and I just went with the
Yeah.
frightened ability.
Okay.
Okay, so two things. I'm gonna say that, like, this is within a certain range.
Yeah.
Like, you're still gonna feel like it's like you should back off.
Uh-huh.
Once you get out of that range, you're probably gonna feel like shake it off.
Yeah.
At the same time, you know this that it's only within like
Okay.
it's not like perpetual, and you know that there could be trouble again if Roland keeps literally backing off. So make your decision based on that. What you're gonna do.
I'm keeping my full attention on the Minotaur. Like, I'm kind of treating Roland as just a secondary thing.
In the meantime,
I mean, Gundar's been through some serious shit. Like,
Yeah.
a dagger on the neck is
Yeah.
all right.
doesn't even flinch.
In the meantime,
Uh-huh.
because of some roles that happen behind the scenes, Mutarak says to you, Roland, don't worry. It's fine. We were just having a discussion. It's
Okay, I'll put my dagger back in my wherever my dagger holder may be. And I'm gonna turn around and say, Dundar, you passed the test.
Okay.
okay.
I just
That
not
one.
The worst.
your prison pocket.
We took all the weapons. I swear to God.
I'm stripped down.
Anybody
I'm
do that
unarmed.
rule too?
Okay. Okay, so you back off then. It's really short. He if you want to walk off with Tarek, he will take you to his chambers, and you end up
Yeah, I mean, fast forwarding. All I want to do is I just want to put the brand on him.
yeah. Like he probably wouldn't have had it been for that, but
It is interesting.
That's my kind of ace in the hole.
Well, stuff is,
the card had already been dismissed. And okay. So yeah. Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
Okay.
I bid him farewell.
That was tense. Moving on. What are the rest of us doing?
I just want to give you this best friend message.
Teleportation circle.
I mean, which reminds me, as you are coming back through to go, back out of the keep and back to the chateau or what do we call it?
Villa.
Villa. Thank you. There are different. The villa. A runner runs up to you, specifically as coming through. Hands you this, saying, "You look like about the right one. That's you," and runs off.
I kind of watch him.
You get served. You just got
surprise!
Horse papers. Horse papers. For that matter, you still have your full.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Are you sharing those with anybody, or are you just gonna read them over there?
I've
yourself?
already read them,
Okay.
and I'm really disappointed because I thought we might have a way to like blackmail the Tal'Dorei army, and I thought that was really awesome. But it's really nothing.
Low grade stuff.
Yes, all low grade.
Password?
No, nothing that good. It's how one guy was really good and got a promotion, and how it was a feint and all this. And we can't really. It was to General Frostbite. We might be able to get some money by.
Wait, I remember that name.
Yeah, remember General Frostbite?
You can share that as you will, and also you can share those papers with everybody if
Yeah.
you want. It's up
Sure.
to you.
Also, this is completely out of character, but is there a signature on those papers?
I mean, there is a signature on one of those papers. Yes.
Because the signature itself,
Uh-huh.
again, out of character, might be useful. More useful than anything
Yeah,
that's...
I was thinking it'd be great to blackmail the entire Tal'Dorei
Well, and
army.
after
but-
reading through those, you know that there is the signature of a Tal'Dorei Brigadier General.
Oh,
We
oh,
have
on
a-
one of those papers.
yes,
sure
I
they
think, I think I might. No, I have a poison kit.
Well, again, that's maybe in your house.
I know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it might have
plenty-
slayed me. I
yeah.
don't know what I got now.
you gotta
Again,
get
the signature itself might be more...
We're going
Yeah,
on
you're
use
right.
it.
That's good. And I was going to try to sell it to General Frostbite just as a look what I have, and then let her see after she paid me a lot. It was really nothing, but
She's an ally, right?
well, that doesn't matter.
I mean, like I said, if you
Easier.
want to share it with everybody and they can read it over too, that's up to you.
Yeah, somebody else is going to have to read this because I only have one contact. And
There's several things there. What do you want to do?
So I'm just gonna speak up. Like,
Meet up.
do you know? Anybody know if we've got any more business in Singorn?
I
In
mean,
a hurry?
we did just get here. I know Roland probably wants to...
So I'm like, do we have any? Are we gonna be going back at any time?
Oh, Singorn don't.
This is...
no, we are wanted in Singorn.
I'm
I
guess-
Yeah,
Personally,
about that. We're not only wanted now, we're banned.
Well, that would make it rather hard to get the bounty on.
I've only been there the one time, so I don't know what I did to get banned.
Well, apparently they blamed all of us for when I kind of charcoaled a gnome or something. So now they were kind of banned.
Keep it
But
out.
I don't. They're like whoever wants to read it. It's from that feisty dude.
Oh
You can read
no.
that.
Does it have a signature on that?
Yeah.
Got like a little-
Oh,
Where do you find out all these signatures?
No, it's just useful. All right.
Okay.
As a cleric, I'm not planning anything. The
At the time,
the official state religion is now Sun God.
None of them are that.
Signed. The two people I have the signatures for.
Different places.
Did we burn alive a cultist?
He did.
Yeah.
In the prison, remember? The
Oh,
one,
Timmy?
the gnome was like blah 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 blah, and he said, "Watch this," and he went blah. We couldn't do anything, and we were
fires,
yeah, we were telling that the priest that he was racist for having the dwarf locked up. It was the only report.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I remember. Yep.
As you do.
My bad.
Ban from entering the city.
I mean, stuff has consequences.
Because we're doing work for them.
I mean, we can still communicate with him.
I mean, he says we can return. We just gotta be super secret.
Oh, I see. We will have to. So this is from Usi, as I affectionately refer to him. It's from Usi, the priest of the Platinum Dragon.
Oh.
So he's informing us that we are banned, but he is not necessarily taking issue with us because
Right.
he says it's irksome considering we're doing work for the cause. We will have to find other ways of getting you in and out, and your movements within the city while here will have to be very limited. So Uzi is cool with us still.
Just the town isn't.
Yeah. So I don't know much about the teleportation circles and law, but if we are in a teleportation circle, are we still in the place we left, or are we in the place that we are going to? Because I mean, could we not just, if it's that the case, if we're in the place we came from until we leave the circle, we could just stay in the circle and conduct all of our business.
And
If
a little-
that's the case.
You see, with FTL travel, that's facilitated transportation loop.
Yeah.
There's this non-locality. It's complicated.
So we're nowhere. When-
We're both, but we're also neither.
So that sounds sufficiently legally gray.
Touch the stone, and you'll understand that sort of thing.
You touch
But-
it enough, you're gonna do the Raiders of the Lost Ark thing.
Not saying there's a table for that.
He said something on here about like to contact him before teleporting back to Singorn, which is weird because that's something that we literally have never done. We always just appear in the teleportation circle unannounced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It may be that he doesn't want any guards there who are like, you're not supposed to be.
Yeah, guards usually show up every time we've done that. Yeah.
I
And not everyone might know.
And we
Might
never
just turn
remember
around.
that we have a way to communicate with him until after we do that. And we go, oh yeah, you gave us that coin.
It seems to me that guards show up in quite a few places that you guys.
Maybe
So
just
we gotta handle it
accidentally spend
stealthily. And also he says
Pay parking.
he says to stop burning individuals alive.
What if they don't worship the right gods, though?
He doesn't stipulate any matters.
No promise.
Worrisome.
He has underlined stop burning individuals.
Yeah, and
Said
So I can
times.
burn dead individuals? I just can't burn them alive?
The dead have no legal rights. As a priest, I can assure you. That will be for you, Rowan, for the signature.
Thank you.
Crum is adjusting her spectacles as she reads over all of these.
Fascinating.
It's a monocle, actually.
Somehow had like a tent-sized smoking jacket on.
You know what? It's weird. She's great with paperwork. I don't know. I let her do all my taxes. You know.
I have a bullet one for another
She's
reason.
super intelligent. She's just not very wise.
Actually,
Actually, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
She got a boon from the god of knowledge and secrets. So she's more wise than she is intelligent.
No, I'm the one who has no wisdom.
It's good to know.
I have
That's
negative.
good to know. I'm
Yeah.
keeping that in mind.
Yeah.
Mental note.
You remember
I'm
how
pretty
easy it
smart.
was to-
I've read like all the books.
You've touched that rock.
Of course, now Roland is
Yeah, that
also
touched that rock.
aware that you pulled
Screw.
something on him.
I mean, was she able to detect what it was that I pulled out?
Not specifically, but Roland knows that something happened, and after you kind of walked up with Tarek, he just kind of shook his head and was like, "What was that?" So yeah, I mean, you don't know what happened, but yeah.
Also, Roland, if for whatever reason you thought that you needed the seal from Usu,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you
yeah.
you asked Sibyl, he could probably make that.
Cool.
If you thought you needed it.
I'm sure.
It's crafty.
Yeah, they literally are.
So what are we going to do today after the breakfast?
I'm sorry, there was a good amount of information in that.
It is. I'm trying to listen to the conversation
Yeah,
going on,
I
and
skimmed it and didn't
No,
pay
it's
as
a
much
lot.
attention to it as I
It's a lot.
probably should have.
Do we know if
Probably
there's any
useful
magic
stuff.
shops?
In town, you haven't really looked. I mean,
Yeah, there is.
This is
Like
my
Not a
shopping.
regent shop, but like they sell magic stuff.
I mean, and you haven't checked in this city. Reagents you might be able to find. This is a smallish city, but it's a port city.
There's one,
So
but it's all staged.
there's a chance. It's just all close-up magic. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Here's the
a trick deck
rings.
card.
You ever like we're looking for a magic shop. They point us to the direction we walk in there, and it's like
The one as
The
Literally-
$1 joke things.
It's
Yeah, it's
literally David Blaine behind the counter.
Hey guys,
like
the Statue of Liberty.
I guess I'll take this silk scarf.
Okay.
Oh god, this place is
And your little
stupid.
unicorn, your little bunny corn's gonna pop up and see all the other little rabbits and get so excited.
Yeah, so I'm
that's
saying,
exactly
well,
right.
what's inside of this hat? Chris, you're Al Mirage. I forget what's his name.
Marlon Bundo.
Marlon Bundo.
I'm just gonna start exploring town.
I mean, if you wanna, you look for a magic shop specifically.
Mostly that, yeah.
Make a general,
get that one.
make an investigation check. Generally, to see what you might find.
More money to make
Or
no,
not.
not fine.
14.
There, Miss-
You get him?
John Wick.
John.
Which,
Yeah,
you or the
Well,
always
I
add
have
more
blood on
spells
me.
to my
Oh,
book.
my blood. You're
Okay.
welcome.
That's not sanitary.
I mean, if you empty that pen out, we can get it back in. I've seen Grey's Anatomy.
I want to do that.
Okay. Looking about town, you don't find any specific like magic shops. There's several places, like I said, that might sell things that can be used as reagents. There's several places that sell just odds and ends where you might, if you look hard enough, be able to find something that might be magical if you know how to find it. But it's hard to tell in here in town. Yeah, this is not a huge city.
Yeah. I was hoping there was maybe like somebody that knew enough about magic they could like do stuff for me.
I mean, you come across a couple of healing shops where you're pretty sure that somebody at least knows basic healing spells, magic, but nothing.
No, I was looking for somebody for the scales
Oh,
and the blood.
I mean,
Most of
Oh.
He had a buyer.
When we were divvying stuff up,
you
and
got extra stuff out of that. If you're talking about that, several of the reagent shops might be able to use the blood anyway.
well, I don't want to sell it.
Oh, but make something of it?
Yeah.
I've got
Really
I've got
nice.
alchemy supplies and alchemy proficiencies.
Maybe I don't want anybody knowing what I'm doing.
It's not nice.
Secrets don't make friends. That's twice.
I ain't here to make
Yeah,
friends.
you don't know.
Our goals temporarily align.
Hmm.
Dun dun dun. Where is my number?
You're going after dragons. I don't like dragons. Therefore, I'm gonna go help kill dragons.
Maybe I'm secretly evil and I would help you make some evil stuff, but you'll never
I mean,
know.
you did help me with the zombies. So
I mean, that's a trust building exercise, right?
yeah.
Okay. Let me see.
It's noted.
Chump
Cool,
is
the
evil now.
necromancy shit.
Chump is evil.
I put
not
something
official
in
until you
place,
put it in
but
the
I gotta
text.
find it. Shit, it's homebrew collection.
Check that box.
You do find somebody. There's a potion shop you run across. They do traffic in some magical potions, including healing spells as well as some other ancillary things. And they think they could make something for you, should you be able to pay them to make it from the dragon's blood that you have.
So this is basically what I'm looking for.
Andrew, it's just the word pogo stick.
What?
It's just the word pogo stick.
Yeah. Which, from the sounds of it, it doesn't look like I need to do anything with it. But I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you shouldn't. Looking at this, like, in your conversation, you get the idea of, like, knowing a little bit about what it might do. In your conversation with this person, with what they know, you come up with the idea that just on its own, that should do it.
Yeah, and it is classified as a poison. And I'm immune to poisons now.
Yeah.
So does that mean I would be immune to the side effects? Or
It means you'll be immune to all effects of it. If it is a poison,
You don't
all
have
effects
that
of it are.
Well, I still take that knowledge and I kind of hold on to them.
Okay.
So that's good.
And in the meantime, they also say, I can definitely make a potion for you that would increase your strength for maybe an hour or so.
How many do you think you can make out of the 3 vials?
You have 3 vials.
Which, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
what
trying,
size
I'm
they are.
trying to see what. For 2 of the vials, I might be able to. With 2 of the vials, I might be able to, for a price, make a potion of strength. Your strength for at least an hour would equal that of the dressing.
Place that we can all chill.
Which for your own
It's just the
player
words pogo stick.
info would be about. It would increase
I'll
your
chill
strength
with
to
Post-it.
25.
Yeah, but what happens when you cast that?
Yeah, I do that.
All right.
So so he's only able to make 1 potion out of 2 vials?
Yeah, it would take 2 vials out of the 3. You
Okay.
could still keep the 1 vial,
Yeah.
just straight for dragon flow. You had said he does 3.
Yeah.
Basically conjure.
Yeah, that's all.
Conjure a
The only.
big
That's how many vials I
All
have.
right, and it would also cost
Is it
you.
like the invisible hut that they have?
Kind of, it lasts for 20.
It's gonna cost you 50 gold.
Hell
You
yeah.
can just conjure it whenever.
Yeah,
Alright.
that would so beat the hut.
I got
We
like
could all have our own
100
private
platinum.
Could
Yeah,
you?
so you're doing pretty good.
Probably.
That's not what I wanted.
What?
It would be.
It'd be.
Yeah,
Uh,
but you get a potion.
says you can
of
create
dragon
any
strength.
floor plan.
This is quick blue.
Yep.
But yeah, for an hour it'll
Yeah,
give
probably
you.
got there.
I think it does something else too. I'm gonna
Right,
find it
right,
around
right.
here because I think it also gives you the resistances to that dragon for an hour.
Yeah, I mean too, but I'm not sure.
Like a second edition of like international like
Or
made up
a-
stuff. Like essentially it was a flying saucer, but it had like an extra dimensional like area, so it was really small. It looked like a flying saucer, but then I carried tons of troops in it,
Like
and I could
cards.
just drop it, and then people could just come out and then take off.
Yeah, it would make you resistant to lightning damage for an hour as well.
Okay.
And one units in the front. so that
It's
was-
in your stuff.
And then I asked him to hold up the bag of scales, and I asked him, do you know anybody that'd be proficient in the use, imbuement, or
What level
I
was
mean,
it?
he names a couple of different blacksmiths in town that deal with kind of
Whenever I get stuff.
more specialized things. One of them, by chance, is the blacksmith that y'all had found manifolds and chains from. So, you
Then
know
there are
where
other
he
spells
is.
that you can put on any
so I guess for expediency's sake,
And it's nothing critical.
that way everybody else can do stuff. I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah.
See what he can make.
Does it build a whole?
Um,
Does it make a whole
and
structure,
then,
or is it
uh,
like an extra dimensional thing?
Yeah, because I think I said I gathered up about 200 scales.
It's extra dimensional.
I mean, I filled the
It's better than having to put a mansion in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Bring that over. I mean, you could probably make. You could probably make.
Well, look at
scale.
Maybe you do that.
I'm mostly looking for a shield,
Much work.
Oh.
but my shield is crap.
Imaginary.
Yeah.
Workers do.
In that case,
Some sweatshop.
because Citadel actually has a similar ship.
I do. Mine's a red dragon.
What was that?
It was a pickup.
That would hit pickup. Looking up some stuff. Internet stuff. Enhance. So yeah, you could with those you could get a shield crafted for about another 20 gold, which would give you a +1 bonus to AC and resistance to lightning damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it would be the regular shield like +3 to armor class plus another +1. I don't have that built right now, so I'd have to put it in. But yeah,
Is that the best he can do?
in this small town, like because of the port town, you ran across some people who can do this, but that's probably the best you can do here. If you wanted to wait until you were back in a larger city, Singhorn might work, although it sounds like you're banned from a lot of places there. In like that in a city like Inman or because it's just a huge city, or for that matter,
Would it take all the scales to make it?
most of them, yeah.
Okay.
You might have a few left over.
And I'm gonna ask him to leave. To when he's crafting it, I want it, the shield and then layered in the scales. But I want like an ornamentation in the center where I can insert 5 other scales.
Okay. I mean, easily enough he can do that. I mean, he has a local arcanist that he works with to
Make it like an infinity shield.
build this in.
Yeah.
And how many scales do you have?
Like the
Yeah,
collected
of the
scales.
collected scales.
Huh?
How many of your own, like, for the body?
Red, black, bronze, and now blue.
Okay.
Which I'll eventually change out the bronze.
Okay. So you got those then. And he's able to like work in, different sizes of things to make it so the blue stands out.
Yeah.
In the blue, whatever. Okay.
And what's the name of this gonna be?
It's gonna be Blue Dragon Scale Shield.
Oh.
Sure. Let me see, right? It does not. I'm gonna have to build it. But
Okay.
yeah, you'll see.
It just gives me an additional +1.
An additional +1 over
And-
a regular shield, and then also
The resistance.
resistance to light.
So you kind of putting a tank on a tank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. How much lightning you're looking for.
You never
Not
know.
uncommon. I mean, there's some great lightning spells. Okay. Have y'all looked through? Is there any questions about any of the papers you came through?
I want to read it later when I'm not sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're getting on almost 9 o'clock. So,
Also, I have this item that's been taken for a while, and maybe I'll give it to you to use. It's bottle lightning,
I do.
and
I might have something to trade you for that.
if you uncork it, there's no control over it. It randomly shoots out and does like a D100 damage or something crazy like that.
Yeah. I'll trade
It
you
can be very
a.
little or a lot.
Yeah, I hadn't really figured out a good way to use it because it's not directional. It just sort of
Tie a little note on it that says open.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hold on to the stone. Like right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
since
no.
I figured out that one of the items I have is completely useless to me. I'll trade it to you for that bottle of lightning. Because
For what?
Hmm?
Trade for what?
I'm gonna trade a vial of the dragon blood to him for that.
ooh, what's dragon blood do?
You just said it's useless.
It's useless to me because it's classified as a poison.
Oh.
Okay, I moved all of
Maybe trade
David.
them.
The letter and also the military dispatches and letters and stuff have all been moved to the maps and documents folder,
It's like a potion.
which I think I sent to y'all a while back.
Yeah.
So as long as you still have that link, you
What
should
it
be able
does,
to
it
get.
grants you spellcasting.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, the letters and everything have been moved to the maps and documents folder, which should be available to all of you.
So yeah, it's a dark wooden wine bottle with a buzzing noise, and carved into it is a symbol of lightning and the words "used with
You
care."
got phone
And
magnets,
if you
huh?
uncork it, it just says that when the cork is taken out, a lightning bolt will come out of it and hit something, doing D100 lightning damage.
Holy crap.
So it doesn't say anything about range or anything like that. If you open the cork, it hits something.
Well, dragon's blood is a potent and highly addictive stimulant. In addition to inducing euphoria, it can enhance spellcasting ability or even temporarily imbue a user with the ability to cast sorcerer spells. The drug's effects are potentially dangerous and always unpredictable.
That's just what he needs.
I
More
would
magic
love to
drug.
have that.
I mean, y'all do have some magic drugs already.
Yeah,
You haven't used them in a while.
we haven't used our suit in a while. I know.
You did blow up a
I
warehouse and
used-
managed to get a
used all
whole
of mine.
city
Yeah.
casting for a night.
Oh, and by the way, do I go and check on the dragon call with the guy? Does it get finished?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm not gonna tell
um,
Crom about the dragon.
I already used them.
If you get the dragon blood, I'll
You
buy
get
it from
a
you.
magic
How many uses?
dagger from
I don't care.
which I will determine later and
Use some.
Yeah,
put in your inventory.
Okay.
that would be right up all your.
I'll have to think on that.
Casting speed.
But yes, I mean it's from a adult dragon
You
and
see Welling getting
it
this
still has some
dragon
power
blood.
left in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who has the fundamentum?
I do.
You just carry it with you?
Um.
As long as I just want to know I need
Yeah.
to know where it is because of certain things about it.
I have it. I think we wrapped it up in some cloth or something.
Yeah, I don't
Or
know.
put it in a. Guess I handle it with big, thick rubber gloves. I don't know. It's somewhere. I got it, I guess.
What do you know about it? Like, you know, it's developed.
I mean, I've read so many books you can't even like comprehend.
Make an Arcana check real quick and see what you know about it. Just so we know.
Oh, sorry.
What do you need? Take a D20. Mm-hmm.
I know 16 about it.
Well, you know that if you throw it, it's going to do something bad. So you better throw it far. From that, you can surmise that if too much weight lands on it, it's going to do something bad. And woe to the person that lands on it. So don't trip.
squeeze it.
Don't trip. It's basically it's going to do the damage to everything within a certain radius that dragon's breath.
That is dragon breath.
The best whooping ever.
All right.
So I might think about. I don't know. I guess I'll email you and maybe propose some things that I want to try to figure out about
Yeah.
it.
So all the documents. Well, yeah, the letter and then the other documents and the military stuff. It should all be in the shared folder that I sent to everybody a while back. I can resend it if you want.
I don't think I got it.
Then I'll resend it.
No, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Here is the
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
there. There's also a bunch of other maps and stuff in there and stuff that the group has surely shared at a time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty useful to look at every once in a while just to get an idea of like
Yeah.
where we are.
There's a drawing from Zippel's dream about the island that is also interesting.
Yeah, it reminds me of
So,
Contact.
I guess, can you email me more
Is,
information
I have to
about
ask.
the
Anybody
south?
really
I will.
interested
Yeah, I
in
got a
that?
bunch of stuff I need to
And
email
what?
you because you're a little bit aware
The
of what we're
amulet.
doing.
It's detection.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
might
I
be.
don't.
I mean, my character probably, but I don't,
Can't use
so.
it. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll-
What does the amulet do again?
It
You're
makes
aware,
some people
so
can't
yeah, I'll
try
let
and
you know.
find you.
It blocks from divination magic, like the locate creature
Oh.
But you have to
spells
be
and stuff. It
in
blocks
there.
all of that.
Do
So
you, by the way, do you happen to share
I think that means he wants
anything
it,
about-
Jordan.
It is.
yeah,
If it's all good with everybody. Figure it out.
So it is shared
maybe
with
we
you.
put
I'm
it
gonna
on
email
the screen
it.
and then we can all put it on the screen next.
Is that how magic works?
And then I'm like, oh, I heard it.
What is
You
that?
can pray about it.
I mean, you can try.
We can
I mean, I got.
Yeah,
I got
if we put the
125
amulet
HP
around the
to
Yeah,
go.
I got 53.
And